round one, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. Tonight it's episode 113, and we are tackling Steven Shepard's part 2 of his 128 favorite movies. So, if you saw the first one, then you'll kind of know like maybe the kind of movies he's kind of into. But there's some surprises on here, and I mean, there's no need to watch the first one first, but you can watch it first. You can watch it in whatever order that you want to, because what we're going to do is we're going to take the Sweet 16 from each of these tournaments, and they're going to be in a championship next month, and so it'll just be a half bracket when that comes. So yeah, we'll see which ones make it. I'm your host tonight. I'm your head honcho, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into it. So we'll introduce our panelists tonight. We'll start with my co-host Austin Pez Howell. How's it going?
Yeah, no, these personal ones are always fun, mainly because on these part ones and part twos, before we get to the championship, once we have our 16s set, it tends to get a little chaotic, and that's always the fun part. When we actually try to get to a winner for these, the fun part. You know, the classic example, obviously, is my part two, when Chopping Mall won the entire thing, inexplicably, and you know, things like Five Goes West and all kinds of random stuff. On these little random ones, because it's not the championship, so who cares? We get a little crazy.
Anything's possible. Yeah. So yeah, cool. Well, we'll bring in the guest of honor for tonight. We have Steven Shepard. How's it going?
Oh, Steven.
Muted.
Oh, Steven.
That's probably going to happen a lot because I'm eating my dinner. So
I see.
That's all right.
Just try to remember to hit the button when we come to you when we say your name, Steven.
Once your turn, we'll be like, Steven, make sure you're unmuted. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. But this time you actually made it home, though. We're not having a Steven one crazy night, so that's good. You made it.
It's not after hours with Steven on the streets or into the night, you know, with Jeff Goldblum, anything like that.
I wouldn't be able to do that because that drained all of my mobile data.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. Mm-hmm. Well, you made it home, so you can get on your Wi-Fi. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, fortunately, I didn't work today, so that's why.
That's good.
Oh, okay. That definitely helps. Yeah. Well, we also have joining us tonight, Chris Scott, the Casablanca Kid.
What's up, guys? So my friend tuning in, Travis, to watch this, he's watching the second episode live. But trying to get him a credit profile so we can actually kind of comment. But one of the things he commented on was about you and your wild adventures. Around the city. While you were commenting, he watched that episode and he thought it was hilarious.
What we need is we need some live commentary. Like Steven has now made it to a grocery store. He's taking a little break stop here. We'll see what happens next.
Be like, he's about to run out of mobile data. He's got to find a place with free Wi-Fi. Where can he go?
Yeah. But also, speaking of people tuning in, shout out to my friend Sarah too. She's already commenting in the chat. So what's up, Sarah?
Hello, Sarah. Thank you for watching.
And then actually, one of the last two, we've got a couple, but one will be a little later. But we do have Malcolm Lay here. How's it going, Malcolm?
What's up, Malcolm?
It's going good. Just go and see what pops up here.
Yeah, nice. So Austin will be running the board tonight. So if you want to break it down, how it's all going to work.
Yeah, no. So this is part two of Steven's 128 favorite films. Like I said, his first episode, we got a chance while he was on the run, you know, running home. We got this chance to find out, his first 64
on the run.
And I'll remind everybody of the Sweet 16 that made that episode, of which ones are already in his 32 championship. So far, he's got The Fugitive, Adaptation, Her, Avengers Endgame, Air Force One, Groundhog Day, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, 12 Monkeys, The Departed, Arrival, 7, Toy Story, The Dark Knight, True Lies, Sicario, and Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
I was on the first part, I think.
I I believe so. I
Yeah,
can't
that
remember
sounds
totally
familiar.
though. Yeah. Sounds right.
I was not available that night, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to watch it the next day. But yeah, so we'll find out what we will add to that. Which 16? Obviously, we will have a Sweet 16 that will get added to that for the 32. But after that, kind of anything goes. Anything could win the tournament outright after that. Once everything's in there, so we'll go around. Everybody will get a chance to vote. We'll try to keep it to roughly 30 seconds or less, just to keep the show moving. And yeah, we'll see which one wins tonight and which ones move on to Steven's 32.
Yeah, and
So if Steven wants to watch whatever movie wins tonight, that's up to him.
Yeah.
Next week,
We'll make it optional. Yeah,
you certainly can if you like, but you have to watch whatever wins your 32. So
yeah,
that's required, unless you're the host Jordan Anderson. And you're
yeah,
special privileged.
that I still haven't watched Hot Fuzz. I can still watch it, but while Austin brings up that bracket, I'll just say,
that's right. I forgot to do it.
Yeah, but I'll give you some time while I say let's do this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do? It's showtime.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat? A-hole!
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Let's do this, Schmidt.
Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins.
Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
All right, and then we'll throw that up there.
So our first matchup of the evening, we'll scroll it on over. For you, Steven, we've got V for Vendetta versus The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. All right. And in the order we have currently, until Richie shows up, we'll go to Malcolm first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really do like V for Vendetta. I do think it's a lot of fun, but I think Secret Life of Walter Mitty is actually really underrated. And I think like Jim, no, it's not Jim Gary, it's Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller, I think, is great in the role, and I think just all the sort of adventures in his head that he takes in this is just a lot of fun. And I've actually read the actual short story, and I think the movie is actually relatively faithful-ish to it. But yeah, I'm going to go Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Chris?
So I am going to be probably the one dissenter. I cannot stand V for Vendetta, but I don't really like the Secret Life of Walter Mitty. But because of my like vitriol hate for V for Vendetta, I'm going to vote for Secret Life of Mitty. But maybe I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, well, those are some strong words there, but Steven,
yes.
What do you think?
Change.
Yeah.
So obviously I disagree with him on V for Vendetta, but I'm
What, you mean you don't hate it? That's
what?
Crazy.
Surprise! Are you sure?
But I'm glad that he voted for that. It made him vote for Walter Mitty, because this means Walter Mitty's going through, because I'm voting for Walter Mitty.
All right. Yeah. Well, Austin?
No, I mean, that's fair. These are two movies I both like. V for Vendetta is one of those ones that if I did like a top 200, it'd probably be in there because, I like that movie a lot. I think there's some great stuff in there. I love the whole sequence where Natalie Portman's in the kind of fake jail, and then all the torture sequences and everything, like what the journey she goes through is interesting. But yeah, I saw Secret Life of Walter Mitty in an empty theater back when it came out. I was the only one in there, but yeah, it was a really good movie and really surprising how much I liked it too. So I'll vote for V for Vendetta, but I don't mind The Secret Life of Walter Mitty goes through. It's a really good movie.
Yeah. This one's tough because I have seen both of these in theaters, but V for Vendetta, I saw it on a rescreen. They showed it on, it's like the 5th of November or whatever day that they talk about it. And I saw it actually on that day they had a showing of it at one of my local theaters. And Walter Mitty's, I think it's really underrated. That movie's actually really good and it's really well shot. It's got great cinematography and just a really positive message to it. But but yeah, I probably would have gone with V for Vendetta though. Like I just like the journey Natalie Portman goes on, and then I like I don't know why I'm spacing on his name, but the guy that's from the Matrix that plays
Hugo
him.
Weaving.
Hugo Weaving. He's great, and like I just like even the way that it's narrated and all of that, it like works really well. So yeah, and it would be kind of interesting because I guess in my brother Cade, he actually went to it. They had Guy Fawkes Day over in London. He went to it just this past year and got to be there. And they have a big celebration with like a parade and fireworks and all kinds of things. You don't do that really anywhere else, but that's probably because that's where it happened.
I've been to one here too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh,
and they burn an embtaph of Guy Fawkes. Guy Fawkes is not like.
Oh wow.
He's not a hero.
No. So yeah, I'll go with the V for Vendetta.
Yeah, and Steven, I love the Stephen Fry Benny Hill sequence. It's one of my favorite sequences in that whole movie when they're doing the little Benny Hill thing on his show. Is really, really funny. So, Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Our next matchup will be Braveheart versus the Shawshank Redemption.
God,
are
you serious?
Sorry, Steven.
The harsh ones. All right. Well, this time it'll be Chris first. Yep.
This is tough. Both of these are so good. God. This, you know what? I'm gonna go with Shawshank Redemption, but this is a really hard vote because I do love both these movies.
Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you think?
I mean, as much as I love Braveheart, this isn't really that tough for me. Shawshank is in my top 3. So I'm going to go with Shawshank.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, my one of my confessions of the evening is I've never actually sat down and watched Braveheart. Even though I have a Steelbook Blu-ray right here. I mean, I own it, but like I've just whatever reason just never taken.
You ever seen it? Oh.
No, I've never taken the 3 hours to sit down and watch it. I need to. I know I need to. I know it's required viewing, but I will get to it very soon. But yeah, I adore the Shawshank Redemption. It's in my 128 as well. So yeah, I got to go with that.
Well, to say, Austin, you got to watch it. You got to do it. You got to let the English see you do it. Right? Yeah, because Braveheart is great. Like I really like this movie. I really like the score. I like the way that it's shot. I mean, they may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom. So, and I actually do like it better than Shawshank. Like Shawshank is like another one of those. I don't love it as much as most people do, but I don't know if it should have won Best Picture. Like I'm a big Forrest Gump fan, but like it's still good. Like I still give it like a 7 out of 10.
Neither one of those should have won because Pulp Fiction should have won. So,
yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, I'll vote for Braveheart though. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I like Braveheart enough, but Shawshank Redemption is just really good. I mean, it's one of those movies that, like, on my first viewing, I wasn't that into it, but I did watch it when I was kind of half asleep at the time. When I gave it a rewatch down the line, I liked it a lot more. And yeah, so Shawshank's easily getting my vote here.
Yeah, all right, Shawshank. Okay, all right. Well, next one we got Die Hard versus Back to the Future.
Oh man, these like crazy matches right off the bat.
Yep, jeez. Right off the bat. Yeah, that's the way the wheel rolls. All right, Steven.
80s action.
Yeah, and I do love time travel movies, obviously, because 12 Monkeys was in my last one. Yeah. I have another one that should be on here somewhere down the line that's sort of a time travel movie, sort of not, depending on how you look at it. But I gotta go with Die Hard.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
You know what? Since Steven's the action guy, I'll give him the action rub here, and I'll give it to Die Hard because both these movies are like in my top 50 or something. So yeah, I mean, you know, I like them both very much, but I'll give it to the action one this time for Steven. So I'll go Die Hard.
Yeah. Like I do think John McClane is like the best action hero of all time, like as far as an action hero. But like Back to the Future, though, it's just like it's in my top 10 movies of all time. Number 2 is in my top 5 of all time. But I mean, basically, you're playing out like most of the events from part 1, and for me, it actually works really well. Like I think it's as far as a trilogy goes, Back to the Future is a perfect trilogy. But for this first one, yeah, like it's just great. Like there's so many memorable moments. It's like a movie that like most people know, like almost from beginning to end. I would say even casual fans. So yeah, I'll vote Back to the Future.
And fingers crossed, it's one of the few trilogies that has remained a trilogy.
Yeah, right.
The passage of time.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like that, like Lord of the Rings. You know, there's a very few number of trilogies that have remained trilogies over the years. So we'll see.
Well, Lord of the Rings is still a trilogy because it's telling a complete story. The Hobbit is something separate.
Yeah,
no, I understand, but my point still stands. I mean,
yeah. Well,
it's not like they tried to tack on some Lord of the Rings, whatever the fuck, at the end.
Yeah,
just made some shit up. Yeah.
Well, at least. Well, I mean, hopefully once Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale pass away, they're not going to like tarnish it, but we'll see. But Malcolm, what do you think?
I mean, once they die, like they're going to be able to do remakes, and they'll be able to do because they said that they won't let anyone do a remake while they're still alive. So
yeah, we got another like
call it a hot take
before that happened, I'm guessing.
Call it a hot take, but I wouldn't mind. The concept, I think, is good enough that a good remake could be done with it.
I wouldn't mind a 4th movie, but no remakes for me. but Chris,
well, Malcolm didn't vote yet.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
He didn't even vote.
Yeah, I just flew by you. Sorry.
just because of that, I'm going to vote Die Hard.
Thanks. All right. Chris?
Die Hard, baby.
Die Hard.
All right.
Okay.
Die Hard.
With the action in this one, got Die Hard. All right. We got The Insider, which we just saw in our Pacino De Niro tournament.
Yeah.
All right. Versus T2. All right. I'm up first. Yeah. So, fun fact, Steven, the half movie I watched before we went live was The Insider. So I got about an hour and a half in. It's about a 2.5 hour movie, so I didn't get all the way. I got to basically where Russell Crowe starts doing the 60-minute stuff like on camera. But goddamn, this was good shit. I'm enjoying it so far, and I love really good like paranoia thrillers, and it's got a really good like paranoia element to it. I really dig. So you know what? Fuck it, because as Steven would say, as I think I know where this will go, I'll vote for The Insider.
Sure, yeah.
Because I'm high on it right now, and I'm literally halfway through it. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, since our De Niro and Pacino match, I didn't watch it for that. I still haven't seen it for this, so I haven't seen The Insider, but I'll get around to it though. I've heard really good things, but yeah, T2 is just a classic. I mean, like not a lot that you can say that's already been said. One of the greatest action heroes with Arnold, but then also one of the greatest female action heroes with Sarah Connor. So Linda Hamilton killed it. So yeah, let's go with T2.
All right, Malcolm.
As Jacob Barber would say, I hate when people assume they think they know where this is going. The Insider.
Chris?
Considering I've never seen The Insider and it's not really anywhere to watch, I don't know. I'll probably eventually check it out, but I'm gonna go with T2, definitely.
All right, well that'll leave it to Steven to decide his own fate here.
I mean, technically, Terminator 2 is probably higher on my list than The Insider, but Terminator 2's been on many of these. So I'm going to show some love to The Insider.
All right.
And I actually think it's Michael Mann's best movie, even higher than another one that people love that should be on here if it wasn't in part 1. I can't remember if it was in part 1 or not.
Yeah, we know. Miami Vice. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Miami Vice is a piece of shit.
No, Black Cat.
Hey. Steven, I think that movie Public Enemies he did is really underrated. I really like Public Enemies.
I like Public Enemies too. I actually did like Black Cat, even though I just made that joke.
I think Public Enemies has some of the best gun shootout audio.
Public
like,
Enemies is awesome
since Heat, and you know he knows how to do it.
And that was actually filmed outside the Arizona Public Library.
Nice,
nice.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, you once told me though that Miami Vice was in your top 10. I don't know what you're saying.
No, you're
Right?
a comedian.
You love that
I remember
movie,
seeing
right?
that movie in theaters. Did I see
Yeah.
that with? No, I saw it with my mom and dad. I hated that movie so much. The show's amazing. That movie never should have been made.
You have Richie here. First off, a trivia. I can see his
Oh.
over there.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. That's what I was doing. I thought I could squeeze it in. But anyway, I did it.
We've had
It's
a
all
few
good.
upsets. I'll do a pretty quick recap. We had some. We just had the Insider upset T2. We had Die Hard over Back to the Future. We had Shawshank over Braveheart.
Yeah.
And Walter Mitty over V for Vendetta.
Okay, I feel like the only real. I mean, Walter Mitty over V for Vendetta is pretty upset, but the other ones are pretty. I would say are tough.
Yeah. Well. Fun fact: every movie I voted for has lost so far.
maybe it'll be a trend. We'll see.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? But I always say, Jordan, it's not your list, so who cares?
No,
you know what
it's
I mean?
not. So yeah, so that's fine.
So who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's Steven's list.
Yeah, exactly. Steven should be happy with what movies are going forward.
We
Sir.
got What Dreams May Come versus Eternal
God.
Sunshine. Yeah.
Why?
All right.
All right.
All right, Jordan, you're first.
Me first. It's been a long time since I've seen What Dreams May Come. I have seen it. And it's very like I don't even know the right word to describe it. It's like very dreamlike. I mean, dreams may come. I mean, that kind of
Yes.
makes sense. I,
May
mean,
come
I
very
don't
dreamlike.
really know like another like word to describe it. Just like you're on drugs or something. but Eternal Sunshine. I mean, I watched it a second time I try to appreciate it more, and I think that I did a little more. I mean, I'm not putting it in my 128 yet, but it's good. So I'll vote for Eternal Sunshine. Yeah.
All right, Richie.
Yeah, I had what Dreams May Come like on VHS when and I was like a kid. Even though it's not really a kids movie, but yeah.
They're like, oh, hey, Richie, watch this Robin Williams movie. I'm sure it'll be hilarious.
Yeah. But like,
Wife Goes to Hell in it.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I had a lot of like preview copies of stuff because my dad owned a video store, so he had to like watch stuff to and it was only a small video store, so he had to watch stuff to determine what he was going to put in the video store. So this was one of them. But yeah, and I really enjoyed it. But I think I watched it again about I don't know, like 5-6 years ago, and I didn't like it as much as I did initially. It was still good. But yeah, Eternal Sunshine is a better movie. It sort of resonates with me more now than back then too. So, which is probably not a great thing, but it's also, it's really good. So I'll go Eternal Sunshine.
Well, Jacob Barber Lay, you're next. You've been being the Jacob Barber tonight, Malcolm. All right.
Yeah, I mean, Eternal Sunshine is a really good movie. I do and think it's good, but I'm glad to see What Dreams May Come. Someone else that likes What Dreams May Come, because I think it's a really underrated movie. And it's just a really interesting movie, and just one that I actually do want to rewatch one of these days, but I haven't got back to it. But I'm going to go What Dreams May Come here.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Chris is going to go What Dreams May Come because he loves it, right?
Another one of those fun matchups. I'll go with What Dreams May Come. Why not?
Oh, you actually do like it. I thought you hated that.
I don't like either one of these movies.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to be somewhat like.
Okay.
I don't want this to just turn into Chris. Look at Chris's hot takes on my movies.
Yeah.
It's always going to turn to that. That's fine.
Yeah.
No way.
But I do want to rewatch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll probably appreciate it more. I know I did. So.
Yeah.
Steven?
I thought back then when it came out in theaters, and I still think it's What Dreams May Come is a visual masterpiece in terms of its visuals. Still probably like some of the best visual effects ever, I think. Its depiction of heaven and hell is just stunning. So I'm going to go with What Dreams May Come.
Ooh. It might be down to you, Austin.
You know what? I'll go with the one I've seen more times. I've watched Eternal Sunshine 2 or 3 times. And What Dreams May Come used to call on cable a lot, so I've seen it a lot. I'll go What Dreams May Come.
All right, we'll just keep the trend. None of the ones I vote for are going
Sorry,
yeah, right.
JP is not here, so what does he admit?
Yeah.
No apologies necessary.
Moulin Rouge versus American Beauty. All right, and we're down to the bottom with Richie.
Yeah, it's tough. Moulin Rouge, I get it's not like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really that into it. It's like the kind of like your Baz Luhrmann's kind of take on like taking sort of modern sensibilities in like an old like I don't know, like in kind of old times. You know what I mean? Like and like then like he did with Great Gatsby, kind of do modern music in in old times. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, the costume design's good. I do like some of the music. I don't think Nicole Kidman was great in this movie. But American Beauty is a good movie, but it's really hard to watch now considering what given Kevin Spacey, what we know about especially Kevin Spacey. So I don't know. I guess the better movie, I guess, is American Beauty. So I'll go there.
Steven's a big fan of Kevin Spacey. You're going to see a lot of those on this list.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I almost did a Kevin Spacey triple feature. I watched 2. I didn't have the time for the 3rd. But
and he happened to be in both of them.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
There's probably plenty of problematic people on this list.
Probably, yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that I still love their movies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to cancel, if like every movie that you like that's got problematic people, and then there's going to be not much movies left, so I guarantee you, you look really hard, there's probably going to be someone in every movie.
Yeah, that has done a shitty thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is tough for me because I really do enjoy both of these movies. I'm probably going to go for the one I've seen the more times, and that's Moulin Rouge.
All right.
Yeah. Chris.
I actually really like both of these movies. But I like Moulin Rouge more. I want to go with that one.
Yeah. Steven.
This is an interesting match. They are pretty close to each other. American Beauty, I used to think was Sam Mendes' best movie, but I still obviously love it. But there's another movie of his. I can't remember if it was in part 1 or if it's in this part that will come up. That either has come up or will come up. I'll give it to Moulin Rouge since it's I don't have that many musicals on here, and I think this is actually one that I really love. So I'll go with Moulin Rouge.
Yeah. Austin.
I don't like musicals, but Steven does, so I'll vote for Moulin Rouge.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm just going to be fucking wild tonight. Who cares? It's his list.
Yeah, sure. Well,
no.
I've never seen American Beauty. The one that I would have watched, I would have had time, but I have watched the dinner scene where Kevin Spacey and Mina Savari
that scene's amazing.
Where they're arguing back and forth, and I do know the score. I think that it has one of a pretty iconic score, but I have seen Moulin Rouge. I'm lukewarm on it, but it's the one I've seen, so let's go Moulin Rouge. Sure.
I think you mean Thora Birch, because Thora Birch played his daughter. Mina Savari played his daughter's best friend too. He has he left.
I thought American Beauty was the scene where they're having the dinner conversation. He goes, pass the fucking green bean.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah. Yes.
He's sitting with his wife there and the daughter, so I thought it was Mina Savari, but
no, Thora Birch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, little Thora Birch from Hocus Pocus.
Doesn't he throw? I'm trying to remember the whole scene. New
Well,
scene's
Thora Birch plays
amazing.
the daughter though, but his wife is there also. They're both there, right?
Well, yeah, they're both there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not Mina Savari. Yeah, that's all he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next, we got the Untouchables, which you saw the other night as well.
Such a good movie.
Versus the Gray.
Oh.
All right. Go to Malcolm.
Yeah, I still haven't got around to seeing the Grey. Maybe I should watch it by the time we do rank up on Sunday.
That's probably good.
I really I think Untouchables is really good. And yes, I'm gonna go Untouchables.
Yeah. Chris?
I'm gonna go The Untouchables. I love that movie so much. If it's on, I'm watching it. End of story. The Gray, I remember seeing it years ago when I think it caught in theaters, and I did not care for it. It's one of those movies I feel like I need to revisit. I don't know. We'll see. But I love The Untouchables.
Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you think?
This is tough. The Gray is probably, maybe with the exception of Schindler's List, probably my favorite Liam Neeson performance. I'll go with The Gray.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I've seen The Untouchables a couple of times. I've never been able to really get into it. I do revisit it every couple of years just to see if it'll finally click, but not really. I need to revisit The Gray. I saw it in theaters. Haven't seen it since then, but I've actually been eager to revisit it as a survival movie. And I might do that because I'm doing 2 different animal attack shows this weekend. So maybe I'll try to revisit it before that. Even though they don't really attack till the credits, but but they're kind of there. But yeah, I'll go with The Gray because I'm really anxious to rewatch it. I did like it the first time I saw it as a survival movie. I think it's a good survival movie. I do like a good one of those.
They attack at least a few times before the end.
I don't remember any of that. I saw it 12 years ago, and I don't remember a whole lot of it. I don't remember the details of the movie. Sorry, Steven. Yeah, it's been a long time. And I saw it also when me and my buddy we used to go to all the new movies on Thursday night, but they would show them at they don't do what they do now with 3:00 in the afternoon shows on Thursday or 5. We had to see it at 10 or 11 or 12 at night. So I think I'd have been in the greatest state of mind when I watched it. So, yeah.
I miss midnight showings.
I love midnight shows too, but it would sometimes get a little crazy. If I had to work the next day, so I don't mind nowadays. This past week when I got to see Ant-Man on Thursday at 3:00 in the afternoon and the sun was still out when I got out. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So yeah.
Well, I like midnight movies if it's one of the in my top 5 most anticipated. I kind of do like midnight, but beyond that, I appreciate the earlier ones. But yeah, I'm kind of with you, Austin. I saw The Gray once, and I don't remember that much. I also don't remember the wolves attacking till the end, so it made me think did they just give away the ending in the trailer, or what's going on here? But
yeah.
But and The Untouchables, I saw it and I didn't really care for it all that much. I just thought it was kind of I don't know, they're kind of really hamming it up, and I understand that they're really trying to play to the time, but it felt more like a play than a movie to me. I don't know, it just seemed kind of odd. But so for that reason, I'll just vote for The Gray, but I do need to give it a rewatch. So yeah. Richie.
This is tough. I mean, going back and forth. But I like The Gray. I've only seen it a couple of times though. Again, probably saw The Untouchables before. I was age appropriate, considering it was just playing my dad's video shop, and just remember the scene where Sean Connery gets shot to shit. Oh shit! Okay.
Oh yeah.
But I remember I watched it later on. When I was more age appropriate, and it's pretty good, and it's sort of even on my speech. So I'll go The Untouchables, but it's close.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have our first tie, and Richie. Well, you gonna stick with The Untouchables?
No, I'll go The Gray.
Yeah,
that was good. Excellent.
Switch it up, nice, because
all right.
We have Cocaine Bear coming out this week, so it's kind of like on the line.
But that's why I'm on 2 different animal attack shows this week.
Yeah,
it's appropriate that the guy who made and hosted the animal attack tournament should probably be on those shows. So,
yeah.
Part of that, and I've already got my ticket for Cocaine Bear on Thursday at 5:00. So there you go.
Nice.
So yeah.
Well, you can talk about it on those shows. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. No, I can. So we got Aliens versus the Blair Witch Project.
Oh,
all right, Chris.
Easy vote, Aliens.
Yeah. Steven?
I do love the Blair. Obviously, I don't know why I keep saying that.
I do love this movie.
Why?
Top 128.
I don't know.
What do you love more? I guess.
No, that's what you love more.
Yeah. Aliens. Gotta go with Aliens.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the found footage for subgenre, but the Blair Witch Project is probably the best of those bunch, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we're also going to go with the Blair Witch.
Do we need
so
I would switch it to the other one if I really like the other one. Like if it was another movie that was in my 128 or something, I'd flip flop it like for Steven.
Yeah.
But like Blair Witch isn't in there. Although I will say I rewatched it probably a year ago for some show or something, and revisited it, and it played better than it's ever played before when I rewatched it. Like I got really into it. Maybe it's because I watched it on my 75-inch screen, had the lights off, cranked it up, and it was pretty good. I got into it. So I will say I'm positive on it, but yeah, I'll go Aliens.
Yeah, I remember seeing Blair Witch Project in theaters when it came out, and like kind of having like a little question, like afterwards, like was that real? Did that actually happen? Like is that like a
yes?
Like
they
real,
put these documented deaths
real
on
footage
screen for profit.
Yes.
Here's the thing. The movie suffered a weird backlash when it was found out it's not real. And I'm like thinking, that should make it even better if you actually bought that it was real.
Bought into it, then that means the marketing did a good job.
Yeah, for me, like it was just like a sliver. Part of me was like, maybe that was real, but nah, there's no way. So yeah. So but yeah, Aliens is great. Like I need to go back. That might be on my 128. I'm not sure. I've only seen it twice, so I'll double check.
If you add 2 zeros to twice, that's how many times I've seen it.
Yeah,
2 0 0.
You've seen it 0 twice.
Yeah. 0.002. Richie.
Yeah, Richie.
I've seen Blair Witch Project like once. I remember being didn't have much patience for it, but I need to go back and watch it. I'll probably like it now. But yeah, I remember the marketing campaign surrounding it, because it was like a lot of the actors that weren't a lot of people weren't actually that known as well, and they haven't done anything since. So there's mysteriousness around it, like, oh, well, did they actually? Was this real? Did they actually get to pass away? Blah blah. But yeah, I don't know whether the studios would back it if it was actually real. You know what I mean? That actually, I don't know if studios would finance a movie where people actually died. That would be criminal. But so I need to go back and watch it. I know it was. I think it was probably ahead of its time. But yeah, Aliens is Aliens. So I'll go Aliens.
Yeah, Heather Donahue and Joshua Leonard, I think, have done a few things, but nothing as big as the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. Malcolm?
I think it would be funny if someone's 128, they slide in one movie that they don't like and see if it.
we did that we actually did that for one show. If Jordan remembers, Chris Scott did a 64, and he only submitted 63 movies. So we slid in Ed, the baseball chip movie.
Yes.
He didn't really even say anything though he just picked the other one over Ed. He didn't say anything.
We were like, "Oh, Chris, that's crazy! You really love Ed, man. That's awesome."
Really love it. Yeah.
We have done that before. So if anybody ever submits 127, and we don't we ask you about it and you don't give it to us at the time, I will slip in, some goofy ass movie.
Movie 43.
Yeah. You would put that in your one anyways. I might too. Who knows?
Flipping disaster movie or something.
Yeah.
It's one of your favorite movies of all time. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Don't make it too obvious though. 'Cause
Yeah,
if you
right.
just put, like disaster movie, like
Yeah,
that would make it obvious.
Yeah,
just
that
some
makes it
like
too obvious.
some like forgettable, mediocre, like '90s movie or something. You know, just something bland.
something like that. Like
you
that.
know,
If they have a trend of like actors they really like, you'll just find a mediocre one.
like a mediocre movie from that actor. Yeah.
There might be a movie on here that you guys would think that about, but I do actually love it.
Sure.
Oh, I'm looking for it. Yeah. So far, I think Steven's hot takes are all kind of they're all well regarded movies. So I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, funny you should say that, Stephen, because I find Blair Witch Project to be absolutely mediocre and terrible. I really don't get love. I don't get love for it. Like, I've tried to watch it many occasions and just really couldn't get into it. I've only really seen Aliens once, but I do plan on going to rewatch it again eventually. But I'm going to go Aliens.
Yeah. All right.
The next one I'll say that's mediocre, terrible, and great. So that's how I find it. Yeah.
All right, we got The Usual Suspects versus Good Will Hunting.
Oh man.
All right.
Kevin Spacey, man. Kevin Spacey.
Yeah,
Kevin
Spacey. Oh, there's another actor he's a big fan of on this list. You'll kind of see a trend maybe later, but or I'll point it out later.
I'm already seeing a lot of Robin Williams on here.
But I'm a fan of him too. So yeah. Steven, you get to go first on this one.
As much as I love The Usual Suspects, I gotta go with Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
It's just more emotionally satisfying of the two.
Yeah. Well, awesome.
Yeah, these are both really good. It's been a long time since I revisited The Usual Suspects. I remember I watched it a bunch in kind of the early 2000s when I was like renting movies, and I think I had it on DVD at one point. I don't know where my DVD is, but I just ordered a Blu-ray actually because I remembered it was on your list because I'm going to revisit it. But yeah, I did revisit Good Will Hunting probably 2 or 3 months ago. It's been a while, and yeah, it's really great. Still works and holds up, and it's awesome. So yeah, I'll go Good Will Hunting.
Unusual Suspects has two problematic people because not only Kevin Spacey, but of course it's directed by Bryan Singer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan just watched it a little while ago. So,
yeah. Like literally, I finished it like 5 minutes before we went live. I had it playing. If you wouldn't have been delayed with the show, I probably wouldn't have finished it. But but I was able to, and yeah, like it was really good. Like I thought it was pretty genius what they did with the whole Kaiser Soze of it all, and I had the twist already spoiled for me though, and the person that spoiled it for me, I don't think they really meant to, because it spoiled to me by John Campea actually, because back when they were doing like back in the Collider Live days, they do these like March Madness movie tournaments from time to time, and they did one that was like best movie villains, and then they just showed Kaiser Soze, and then it showed Kevin Spacey up there, and they're like whoops, that's the wrong graphic up there, whoops, and like I think he just tried to play it off like that, but hopefully for anyone watching, I didn't just spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but I'm gonna vote for The Usual Suspects. I mean, Good Will Hunting's great, but it's just kind of, I don't know. I really like The Usual Suspects. So, Richie.
Yeah, Usual Suspects is great, but I feel like Good Will Hunting is. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel it's come really close to winning a tournament, and I don't think it has. So, I think it's come close.
Only I know the answer, Richie. and like Brittany Murphy in that one movie, I'll never tell.
I'll never tell.
Unless it wins, and you'll be like, "Oh, it won twice."
Like some weird horror movie where it says that. Yeah, I forget.
I look. I'm just going to assume I'm right and say it's come close to winning, and I think it should win. So I'm going to go Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. All right. Welcome.
So I've never seen The Usual Suspects.
Sorry.
But I'm also one of those people that don't care about spoilers either.
Okay.
Well, the thing about the twist is there's more to it than just who is Kaiser Soze.
Yeah, there is a lot more to that.
Yeah.
But I've seen Good Will Hunting once, So I'm gonna go Good Will Hunting.
Chris.
I don't hate Good Will Hunting, but I don't have the affinity for it like a lot of people do. I think it's an okay movie. I think it's all right. I think it's probably like a 4 out of 5. So it's not like one I own. But yeah, The Usual Suspects. That twist blew me away at the end of that. So I got to go with that one.
All right. Well, it's going to be 4-2 for Good Will Hunting in this one. All right, and we will move on to Speed Racer.
Okay, is that the one you're talking about?
It actually is.
Yeah,
No.
but it could be versus Castaway. So I'm up first in this one. Sorry, Steven. I don't have the love for Speed Racer that you do. I saw it in the theater, thought it was incredibly stupid. I don't like that movie. I'm sorry. I get why some people like it, but I was just rolling my eyes the whole time. I'm not like a Speed Racer fan going into it, but I watched it because of the Wachowskis, and yeah, sorry, it just like gave me a headache for like 2 hours. I was just like, I didn't like it. I do really like Castaway. I think it's a great solo performance and kind of ironically kind of a one location movie, kind of, just with Tom Hanks for most of the movie on the island. So yeah, I dig it. So I'll go with Castaway.
Yeah, I do kind of like Speed Racer. Like I think it's visually stunning. I mean, the Wachowskis. I mean, they're like almost everything they do is pretty visually stunning. But like beyond that, though, I didn't care for it that much. I mean, I don't know. It's fine. Like it's probably like a 5 out of 10 for me. But Castaway, another movie where they show the ending in the trailer. I don't know why, but so you find out what happens to him. But it's great though. Castaway is really, really good, and just what he's able to do with just one person alone on an island and make it compelling like that is pretty great. So I'll vote Castaway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I don't have the love that you have for it either, Stephen. Speed Racer, it's a movie. Of all
the movies on Stephen's 128, this is one of them.
Yeah, this is a movie.
This is one of them.
It's a very old joke, but I'm sure.
I don't hate it, but I love it. It's there. Look, I guess I didn't really watch the TV show, so maybe that had something to do with it. But
I never haven't either. So.
Oh, true. Well, anyway, but. I mean, I get, and I mean, I guess you could count Emil Hirsch as. I mean, even though he's not cancelled, I guess you can count him as a problematic dude as well sometimes. Castaway is really good though. I go back to it occasionally, and starring the very unproblematic Tom Hanks. God damn it.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks. Yeah, so I'll go to Castaway.
Very unproblematic volleyball as Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson can't do anything wrong.
Yeah, right.
It did do it.
I mean, you had
to cancel the volleyball.
You do have those idiots that believe that Tom Hanks was on that list. From Epstein's plane.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, and that he's like part of like child molesting or something weird. Yeah, it's weird. But Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the same affinity for Castaway as everyone else seems to. Like, I think it's fine. I prefer the remake of Castaway where they turn Wilson into a lifeless corpse and Paul Dano plays Tom Hanks's character. Much better. But Speed Racer is just something that really surprised because, like, when it came out, I heard all these bad things about it being said, and I had a lot of fun with it. And Stephen, you're not alone, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly, I think Bibbs has enjoys Speed Racer too, so I'm going to go Speed Racer.
Yeah. Chris?
I also don't have the affinity for Castaway. That ending was painful. It was so damn depressing. So for that reason, I hate that movie. Because it was like just waiting for something good to happen. And then that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured that, like, you don't like movies
I saw it in theaters.
like unresolved endings. You don't open the
and not just that, but it's
stuff.
like you expecting something magical to happen for Tom Hanks. I mean, he survived on this island, and then he kind of gets screwed. He doesn't have anything good to come home to.
No, but at least he's off of the island.
But that's it.
That's about it. Yeah.
Like
That's it.
God, I'm sorry. I should have just stopped earlier on that. But I like Speed Racer. Speed Racer is a fun movie, so I'll go with that one.
Yeah.
All right, Steven.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the emotional and spiritual journey that Tom Hanks' character goes through that is what makes that ending, that makes the ending great. And I love the fact that we never find out what's in the box, that he, the FedEx box.
But I want to know what's in the box.
I want to know what's in the box.
What's in the box?
That was in part one.
What's in the trunk?
Watch it be like a fully charged cell phone or something in there. You never open it.
Yeah, but that's the point is that it's what kept him going. It's so that he had something to return when he eventually to survive. The thing, it's been a while since I've seen Speed Racer, but I think I would probably love it even more now, because I've grown to despise major corporations in this country because of how much now that they kind of have overtaken the government. But I gotta go with Castaway.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. You could have put Speed Racer through, Steven.
Yeah.
It was very close.
It's my favorite movie from the Wachowskis. But
The Matrix.
Yeah.
Spoiler. I'm pretty sure The Matrix isn't on here.
All right.
It would be funny if it turns out that Castaway is the prequel to Seven, and it turns out that what was in the box is Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Yeah. All right, we got Frequency versus Unbreakable.
They both came out in 2000 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, so I have seen both of these. Frequency is actually really underrated. It's one that I first watched with my grandparents, and I think Jim Caviezel is really great, and is it Dennis Quaid? I think are the two, and yeah, like they're really good, like almost time travel, but not really. He's like reaching out through time through a CB radio kind of thing, and it's a lot of fun. But Unbreakable, like, I mean, it was really good when it came out, but then you have Split and like how they're all connected made me appreciate this movie even more. And yeah, this movie is really good. I think it's one of M. Night Shyamalan's best, so I got to go with Unbreakable. So, Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen Frequency, but seen Unbreakable. It's really good. Really good superhero movie. Really good M. Night Shyamalan movie. When back in his sort of like, I don't know, I would say glory days, but he's on the right track at the moment, doing pretty well.
Yeah.
It's really good. And it's a really weird prequel to Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Anyway, so I'll go Unbreakable.
Yeah, watch this interview with M. Night Shyamalan. He's already got like his next 5 movies already written and wants to make them. But it's like these movies take so damn long to like you got to edit, you got to produce it, you got to go through all the steps it takes. I wish we could just do it faster, but so he's got a lot coming, I guess. So, but Malcolm.
I thought Frequency was a TV series that starred Peyton List and.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a TV show that they made based
on this
on the movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I knew the TV show was based on the movie. I was just being me.
Being you.
But yeah, I mean,
Cobra Kai. No, it's not based on.
I actually came to Unbreakable really late. Like I saw Unbreakable for the first time sort of a few years ago, after I'd seen Split and Glass. Ironically enough, and yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Unbreakable. and so I'm gonna go Unbreakable.
Yeah. Well, Chris.
Best one out of that trilogy.
I'm gonna go with Frequency.
Yeah. Steven.
It's interesting. I wonder if I would have liked Glass more if I had seen Glass before Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the reasons that the movie was such a huge disappointment, is because of how much I love Unbreakable.
Yeah.
I worked at a movie theater when both of these movies came out, because they both came out in 2000. And every time my shift was done, I would just go in and watch whatever was left of Frequency. So I saw like the last 20 to 30 minutes of that movie. Gotta have been at least like 10, 15 times.
Yeah.
I
did the same thing with Undercover Brother.
Well, I just did the same thing for the Minions movie. Ugh. No, thank you.
But you voluntarily did the same thing for the Minions movie.
Well, I didn't voluntarily do it.
Yeah,
I had to be.
Did it for that song at the end of the movie. Just
that Beatles song. Well, I had to be there because I was an usher. I had to clean the theaters, and it was just there.
Oh yeah, I was an usher. I had to clean the theaters for Pokemon the first movie, and that was awful. Not the movie, because I never saw the movie. Don't care to see the movie. I mean, cleaning the theater.
Oh yeah, a bunch of kids. Yeah.
So it's really close, but because of how many times I've seen Frequency, I will go with Frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Unbreakable. I'm a big fan of that trilogy. I really dig it. Oddly enough, Unbreakable out of the trilogy is probably my least favorite, but I still really like it because I dig Split. I'm a huge fan of Glass, as kind of everybody on here knows. I think that movie's criminally underrated and really, really good and misunderstood, and it's really good. And Unbreakable's excellent. And oddly enough, I think two of Bruce Willis's best performances with M. Night Shyamalan, between that and Sixth Sense. I think they're both great. So he's able to get good performances out of them. So yeah, I'll go Unbreakable.
Yeah.
All right. And we'll scoot down to A Beautiful Mind versus The Girl Next Door. All right. And I will say, just a preview, Steven's a big Russell Crowe fan as well, as you'll probably see throughout this. Yeah. So Richie.
Look, you don't have to be a Russell Crowe fan just to appease me, Stephen.
Well, Russell Crowe.
He's Australian. He's technically a Kiwi. If you want to be technical, Malcolm. Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all good. Yeah, Girl Next Door is pretty funny. It's just like back when, like in the mid 2000s, when they tried to make Alicia Cuthbert, I think. It's like, yeah. But yeah, I'm assuming you're a huge fan of Alicia Cuthbert. Stephen, given 24 as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan too. She's but yeah, no, it's pretty funny. You must be a huge fan of Emile Hirsch as well. There's a second Emile Hirsch movie come out. Yeah, no, it's a really, really funny movie. Yeah, I enjoy it. A Beautiful Mind's really good too. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've only gone to it once, where I've seen Girl Next Door a couple of times. So, look, A Beautiful Mind's probably the better movie, but I'm going to go Girl Next Door.
All right. Malcolm.
Yeah, funnily enough, he's a big Stephen's a big 24 fan. I don't think we've seen the movie starring Kiefer Sutherland on the list.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he's only been a couple of good ones. He's been in a lot of bad ones as well.
I like a lot of
Mirrors. Is painful.
Yeah, Mirrors is not.
There's actually a lot of Kiefer Sutherland movies that I like, just not a lot that I love.
Are you really going to put Freeway on here?
I was not.
Cariola probably would.
And God damn it, no Stephen Hopkins movies on your list with 24. How dare you? Come on, get Predator 2 on here. Get Judgment Night on there. Get a little Nightmare on Elm Street 5 on there. Come on, Stephen. Come on, give the man a bone.
I wanted to put more Nightmare on Elm Street movies on my list, but I only had room for one, unfortunately.
All right, fair enough. I'm glad Drew Morris made it on there, even on the episode. I'll vote for that movie all day with you, Malcolm.
But yeah, I do like A Girl Next Door. I think it's fun, but A Beautiful Mind is getting close to maybe being on my one true. I honestly can't remember if it's made it on yet, but it's getting really close to maybe popping up on mine because it's one of those ones that for my birthday one the year it came out I went to the movies with my grandma and this is the one that we went to see and it's just a really good movie. I really enjoyed it, so I'm gonna go Beautiful Mind.
All right, Beautiful Mind. All right, and we'll go to Chris. Jordan's
so this is
having
kind of
some
tough. The
stomach
Girl Next
issues.
Door is hilarious.
Jordan's having some stomach issues, so I'll kind of run the show for a little bit, which is fine because I got the bracket, so no worries. We'll just keep rolling. Chris, yeah.
The Girl Next Door is hilarious. Great writing. I remember seeing that probably like, of course, because Alicia Cooper. But A Beautiful Mind is a freaking fantastic movie, and I think that's one of those movies where I feel like, I know I feel like he'd been in probably a bunch of movies before that, but those are movies where I was like, okay, Russell Crowe's an amazing actor. So I'm gonna go with A Beautiful Mind.
Okay, and Steven?
Trying to remember, there could be one other Emile Hirsch movie on here. I don't remember if it was in part one or not. But funny story about A Beautiful Mind. When I first watched it, I had no idea who John Nash was. So when that twist came, it was like, holy crap. That being said, despite how much I loved that twist, The Girl Next Door is a personal favorite of mine. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go with The Girl Next Door.
All right, fair enough. I haven't seen The Girl Next Door, oddly enough. That's one that's just always kind of eluded me. I've heard good things, that it's better than sort of the cover premise would make you think, just some like raunchy movie.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely great.
But it's better than that. I've heard it's better written than
There's
that.
some hilarious stuff.
But yeah, I haven't gotten around to it yet. I will. I actually just saw Beautiful Mind for the first time probably 3 or 4 months ago for something. What? I couldn't remember what it was for. Yeah, no, I had never gotten around to it. But I think I was filling in some Ron Howard gaps or something like that. So I watched it, and I liked it. And Russell Crowe's quickly becoming one of my favorite actors. Like, because I watched 2 more Russell Crowe movies, like I said, right before we went live, and goddamn, I always knew he was good, but damn, he's really fucking good.
I mean, from the 90s to the mid 2000s,
he's fantastic.
Pretty much
banger after banger. Yeah. So I'll go Beautiful Mind. Like I said, Jordan's having some issues, but no worries. It's 3-2 for right now for A Beautiful Mind. So we'll just roll with that, and we'll go to the next one, which would be Goodfellas. Another one we saw the other night versus Interstellar. We'll go to Malcolm.
Yeah, I really Interstellar's probably one of my least favorite Nolan movies. I think it's fine. Like, I don't think it's bad. I do want to revisit it at some stage. But yeah, I really love Goodfellas. Like, it's just a big iconic sort of gangster movie, and I think it's just, and I think Ray Liotta's good in it. Joe Pesci's good at it, so yeah, Goodfellas.
All right, and Chris.
Sorry, look, I'm gonna go with Goodfellas. I love that movie.
Sure, Steven.
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I have like 5 Nolan movies on my top 128. This probably ranks at number 3 or 4. But I'm a huge sci-fi guy. Goodfellas is obviously, top 3 probably. It's not necessarily my favorite. Actually, my favorite Scorsese movie made it in The Last Time. But yeah, I'm going to go with Interstellar.
Interstellar, okay. It's both these movies are in my 128, so I really dig them. Interstellar's probably, I think when we ranked them in Henry, I had it like number 3 on my Nolan rankings. I really love it. It gets better every time I watch it, and just for the sheer fact of how much I listen to the score all the damn time, and lots of covers online of people doing it on the piano and stuff and organs. I really dig it. So you know what? I'm gonna go with Interstellar on here. Give us some love. Yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, and I'm back, guys. I just needed a quick timeout, but I think I'm doing all right. This one's tough because, Like they're both really, really good, and like I do kind of think that Goodfellas might be the better movie, but like I just really love Interstellar. Like I just love the score. I love what they're, I don't know, just like all the cast and the people that show up, even like the Matt Damon cameo. We just want to punch him in the face because he tries to screw him over. But yeah, there's some really good performances, really cool things that happens and stuff that's like kind of trippy, like especially near the end. So I'll go with Interstellar. Yeah.
All right, Richie.
Yeah, I'm not as big on Interstellar as you guys are, but yeah, I don't hate it. I just not a huge fan. But yeah, Goodfellas is fantastic. I own it, and yeah, so yeah, I think it's one of the better gangster movies of all time. So I'll go Goodfellas.
Okay, that makes it a tie for that one. So we go to Malcolm for the tiebreaker.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. All right, there we go.
All right.
Okay, we got Road to Perdition versus Gladiator, another Russell Crowe movie. All right.
Yeah.
And another Tom Hanks movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Couple of repeat offenders here. Go to Chris first.
This is tough, but I really love Road to Perdition. That a twist at the end is freaking awesome. Jude Law is fantastic, and of course it's freaking Paul Newman playing opposite Tom Hanks. Paul Newman's a god. So I gotta go with Road to Perdition. That whole story.
And a very early Daniel Craig movie as well. You can spot him in there.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And future Superman, Tyler Hoechlin.
Yeah, that is like the kid, right? He plays the son. Yeah.
Yeah. And another
really?
Sam Mendes movie, by the way. We saw American Beauty and Road to Perdition. Sam Mendes. Steven.
Yes, Road to Perdition was the Sam Mendes movie that I was referring to when I was talking about how American Beauty used to be my favorite movie of his, but my love for Road to Perdition has just gone up over the years.
Oh, it was so good.
So now it's actually my favorite of Sam Mendes. Gladiator is actually my favorite Ridley Scott movie. And it's tied with Crimson Tide as my favorite Hans Zimmer score.
Yeah, it's really good.
So this is tough. But I'm gonna give it a slight edge to Road to Perdition.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
Yeah, I like Road to Perdition. I've never been over the moon as far as loving it. Every time I go back and watch it, I want to like it more than I kind of do. That's just, I don't know, something just doesn't click with me to quite put it over the top. It's one of those like all-time greats for me. But yeah, every time I watch Gladiator, I'm really, really into it. And yeah, like in the quote in Airplane. You like Gladiator movies? Yeah, I like Gladiator movies. So I'll go with Gladiator.
Yeah. Yeah, like this one's kind of tough because I actually really dig the Road to Perdition. I just like the whole like gangsters aspect of it. I think it's set in like the 20s or 30s or something like that. But and yeah, it's got a really cool story. But Gladiator is like an all timer. Like I think it's like one of the best movies like ever made. Like it's just like that good, and the score is great, the writing, just the performances, just everything. So I think I got to go Gladiator.
All right, Richie.
Yeah, I'm sort of with you, Pez, on Road to Perdition. I think it's good. I just don't have it up there as like as a great movie like other people do. It's decent though. Gladiator is is sort of an epic. It's great. I still am sort of baffled they're doing a sequel, and that's going ahead. So we'll see what happens there. It's literally, I mean, it's happening. It's got a date and everything. It's coming out next year, I think. So
you're gonna be a guy from that freaking weird indie movie. I can't remember the name of that movie. But it's the one that
After Sun.
After Sun, like the main guy from After Sun is gonna.
The guy, the guy that's the best actor. Musket. What was it? Musket. Yeah.
Paul Mescal.
Yeah.
I think the sequel is supposed to center around Lucius, the son of Connie Nielsen's character.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. So, but like Gladiator is it's an all-time epic. So, and one of Ridley Scott's best movies. So, Gladiator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I finally got around to actually watching Road to Perdition for the first time when we did the ranking episode of movies based on sort of comics that sort of are not like superhero related from Marvel and DC. But yeah, I like it enough. It's I think it's good, but I just don't get what everyone's raving about it. To be honest, I really love Gladiator. I'm going Gladiator.
Yeah.
All right. It was 42 for Gladiator. A little love for Road to Perdition.
Yeah.
Scrolling on down, we got The Godfather versus Elizabethtown.
Why is it got to go against The Godfather?
I'm sorry, Steven, but then again, everything that goes against The Godfather is like, at least in my opinion. But yeah, sorry, that's just what came up in the wheel. I'm sorry. I know I felt bad for Elizabethtown, but it is what it is.
Well, normally I would say like let's just put through The Godfather, but I feel like on like people's favorite list, we'll just let him like have something to say.
No, let Steven talk about. He's first anyway, so let him talk about Elizabethtown. Yeah.
I mean, it's Cameron Crowe. I love most of his movies. Actually, there's one movie of his that I only like. That's ironically probably one of his more beloved movies. But I think when I think about it, I probably think Orlando Bloom is a better actor than even I would give him credit for, because I had a Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End on part one. And I actually really love that movie, and I think he's actually good in that. And plus, I have all 3 Lord of the Rings movies, which he's not really a standout in those movies, but he's still good in those.
You know what? He's a little bitch in Troy.
Yeah.
He's a little bitch, and Brendan Gleeson beats the shit out of him, and he runs away to Daddy. He's a little bitch in that movie.
Well, one movie that I think he's actually really good in, it's not on my top 128 though, is another Ridley Scott movie, Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah.
So I you know what? Because I know where this is going to go, I'm going with Elizabethtown.
Austin?
I could maybe help you out, Steven, if I'd seen Elizabethtown. I've never seen it, so it is what it is. I'm going Godfather.
Yeah, like I was all like prepared to vote against The Godfather because I'm not like a huge fan of it. I'm just lukewarm, but I've never seen Elizabethtown either, so I gotta go with The Godfather. Richie?
I'll help you out, Stephen. I love The Godfather, but I've seen Elizabethtown. It's a sweet movie. I mean, it's not better than The Godfather, but it's a sweet movie.
I wouldn't admit that it's better than The Godfather.
Yeah, no one wouldn't if they'd out there saying. But yeah, I mean, Kirsten Dunst is still a kind of celebrity crush of mine. Ever since like Small Soldiers. So
we share the same birthday. Me and Kristen Dunst. It's the only celebrity on my birthday.
There is a movie called Toy Soldiers, and I do enjoy it. It's not my top 120.
Yeah, and it's a sweet movie. So I'll give it some love for Elizabethtown. Why not?
Yeah. Sure,
Chris.
I'm
sorry, Malcolm. I'm sorry.
Malcolm.
I screwed up on that one, Malcolm. Sorry about that. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've seen Elizabethtown once. Until you said it was Cameron Crowe, I was about to say I'm baffled for why you actually like him, because it's not. I don't think it's that good of a movie. But yeah, but this is easy for me. It's Godfather.
All right. Yeah. Chris.
So Richie kind of surprised me there. I thought he was going for a long form joke, or he'd be like, "No, fuck you guys, I'm going for Godfather." I guess it's easy. But I've never seen Elizabethtown, so Steven, I can't really help you out. But it's The Godfather.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with The Godfather.
All right, Steven, you know what Kristen Dunst kind of rom-com movie I caught on cable one time that I actually kind of liked was Wimbledon with him.
Yes, Wimbledon's good.
I thought Wimbledon was a pretty decent
Well, it helps
movie.
she's in a hot tennis.
Yeah, a little tennis skirt the whole movie. Yeah, that helps.
That doesn't hurt.
Yeah. All right, we got Unforgiven versus Rocky.
Ooh.
2 Best Picture winners. So yeah, this could be a tough one. Me first. I am a Western guy. I like Unforgiven a lot, although it's not my favorite of like the Clint Eastwood Westerns. I kind of prefer his Sergio Leone output as far as his Westerns go, but I think Unforgiven's good. The original Rocky's obviously excellent, and Stallone's great. And you know what? We don't see it pop up a lot on here, so I'm going to go with Rocky.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if we see either of these pop up a lot on here, but and I have seen both of them, and I really like both. I really would say that I love both. So it's tough, and like I was surprised how kind of like intense Unforgiven is. Like it's really like intense and like dark and all for a lot of it. And yeah, like I actually think that it's really good. And I like about 3 of the other Rocky movies before I like this first one, so I'll actually go Unforgiven.
Okay, Richie.
Richie.
Yeah, I don't think we see Unforgiven pop here a lot. But yeah, I mean, we probably talk about Rocky more on tier ranker than we do One Punch Man. But I feel like we do talk about Rocky a bit. But yeah, Unforgiven, is a fantastic Western, so why not? Unforgiven.
Okay, Malcolm.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've finally got around to seeing all the Rocky movies for the first time, sort of last year, and they're really good. But yeah, Unforgiven is I was put on to a while ago from Kurt Kolakowski, who's a big fan of it, and yeah, Unforgiven is really good. So I'm going to go Unforgiven here.
Yeah. Chris.
I mean, I like Rocky, but I gotta give it to Unforgiven. Unforgiven's freaking great.
Yeah. Steven.
Steven, yeah.
I mean, Gene Hackman is a great, really evil, villain. Creed 3's coming out soon, so even though Rocky's not in Creed 3, and it's quintessential Philadelphia movie, so I'll go with Rocky.
All right. Yeah. Well, Rocky with a little love, but yeah, actually, Unforgiven is going to take that one forward. It's
I watched the Clint Eastwood movie yesterday, Bloodwork. That movie's boring.
I think that movie's underrated. I like that movie.
I like Jeff Daniels in it. I'll tell you.
I just think it's a movie where it's like Clint Eastwood just doesn't give a fuck. It's just like kind of a chill movie where he's just calmly just solving this thing, and there's a nice little twist at the end. I like it.
Yeah. What I like about that movie, and I like about a lot of Clint Eastwood directed movies, is how it's not boring, but it is deliberately paced, but it's not boring.
Yeah, it's not boring.
Yeah. All right, I'm wrong. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, fair enough. All right, let's scroll over to our first matchup will be LA Confidential versus Fight Club. All right, so 2 late 90s movies here. We'll go to Jordan first.
Yeah. Well, I actually watched LA Confidential for the first time for this, and I thought it was good, but not great. Like, I thought that the first part kind of started out a little boring to me, and it just took a while for it to get really like off and going. Ooh. As someone's
it's actually not me this time.
That's Richie's dog. Okay, that's it. Yeah, with the echo. But and like probably the thing I actually liked the best was just Danny DeVito's character writing those articles. I just thought he was fun in it. So, but Fight Club though is great. Like Fight Club blew me away. I've already mentioned before that the twist wasn't spoiled for me. Like so I didn't see it coming even. And so it worked really well for me. And yeah, like I'll go back to Fight Club all the time. Maybe LA Confidential not so much. So I'll vote Fight Club.
All right, we'll give Richie a second to get his dogs under control. We'll come back to him. You all right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, LA Confidential. I think that's a huge blind spot. Still haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good things. But yeah, Fight Club is all timer. it's a great movie. Great commentary on toxic masculinity. Even though I think there's a lot of people, a lot of bros in college dorms who have it on their posts in their dorm. So I don't feel like miss the point of the movie. I still think it holds up. It's a really good movie. So I'm gonna go Fight Club.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm.
It's tough because I do really enjoy LA Confidential a bit, but I'm also slightly lower on Fight Club than everyone else, but I still think it's good. I mean, I don't think LA Confidential comes up a lot. I'm going to give it LA Confidential.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
I like both of these, but kind of for the same reason as you did, Malcolm. I'm not as high on Fight Club as a lot of other people. I think it's good. But it's probably one of the ones that probably is due for a rewatch because I haven't seen Fight Club in a long time. I really like LA Confidential.
All right, Steven.
Steven. Yeah, Steven.
Yeah, LA Confidential's in my top 20, so LA Confidential.
Yeah. And
so I had time to squeeze in a movie and a half, and the first movie I watched, Steven, was LA Confidential because I had never seen it. It's a big blind spot for me, even though I owned it on Blu-ray as well. I've owned it on Blu-ray for a long time, but a long time ago. And you know what, Steven? LA Confidential was fucking awesome. This movie rules. This movie is so goddamn great. Richie, watch this fucking movie. It's great. It's so goddamn good. I loved it. I'm so mad at myself, though, Steven, that I haven't watched this movie like 10 years ago. Because if I had seen this movie 10 years ago, I probably would have already watched it a bunch of times and it'd be in my 128. This movie fucking was great.
Wow. I'm surprised you liked it that much. Wow.
So good. I actually watched 2 police corruption movies this week, oddly enough, because I watched Serpico for the first time like last week. Loved that movie. Watched this, loved it. I thought Guy Pearce in this movie was perfect.
Oh yeah, he was great. Yeah,
perfect in his role. I think this is the best I've ever seen Guy Pearce. This is the most beautiful role I've ever seen.
It's very close for me because he's also
really
equally great in Memento.
I don't like Memento, so fuck Memento. So for me, it's LA Confidential. And I thought Russell Crowe was great. Kevin Spacey, everybody's fucking great in this movie. I thought the story was amazing. That shootout in the house at the end is fan-fucking-tastic. It's fantastic, creative, really good. God damn, I'm voting for LA Confidential all the way on this one. Like, I love Fight Club, but I'm so high on it right now, so I'm voting for LA Confidential. Yeah.
Well, and also too, like LA Confidential is violent. They actually show the blood. They show it all. They're not afraid of that. So yeah.
So
I like that.
So sorry, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know we don't usually talk about Rotten Tomatoes, but Rotten Tomatoes has this movie at 99%.
99%, yeah.
Wow.
Just watch score 87%.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, with my vote, it puts it over 4-2 for LA Confidential.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yeah.
Is there enough movies to do a tournament fight on police corruption movies?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I watched 2 for the first time this week, and they were both amazing. I loved Serpico too. So, I thought it was.
Or just
great.
police movies in general. If we just do police movies, we could get enough.
And we'd have to watch that Gene Hackman movie where why can't I think of what the hell it's called? But the longest chase scene in any movie.
French Connection.
French Connection.
Yeah, freaking love that movie so much.
Yeah.
Officer Doyle.
All right, we got Richie will be up first for The Sixth Sense versus Forrest Gump.
But Forrest Gump, I saw it quite a few times. It's pretty good. It's gone down for me a bit, in like sort of more recent watches. But Sixth Sense, I still think it holds up. I think it's fantastic. It was, I think it's Toni Collette's first, sort of Hollywood role out, and she's really good.
I'll be back in the morning.
Yeah. Sorry. She's really good. And obviously one of the best child performances that I've seen personally in Haley Joel Osment. I think.
Well, it's 2 Haley Joel Osment movies, by the way, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I forget he did Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Haley Joel Osment is fantastic in this movie. Best, still one of the best Bruce Willis performances. We joke, it's just sort of become a meme now. Oh, Bruce Willis dies at the end, but but it was still a really good twist, and it was just I think it was revolutionary at the time. I think, M. Night Shyamalan gets a lot of shtick, but he created a really good movie here. One of my it's very close to making my 128, so I'm gonna go 6 Sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Malcolm. Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, Bruce Willis died at the start of the movie, but
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Why are you picking on me today? Fuck you. Yeah.
But I do really like Forrest Gump. I do think it's good. But yeah, I haven't seen The Sixth Sense in ages. I do really need to revisit it, but purely because I don't think Sixth Sense has come up a lot in tournament fights. I don't even remember it ever being in tournament fights.
I think it's been in one. We did that paranormal movie tournament. It was in there. Because it's like a ghost movie, so it was in there at some point. But other than that, not really. Yeah.
But so I'm gonna go 6 Sense on this.
All right. Yeah, Chris.
This is really difficult because, as many of you know, I hate M. Night Shyamalan, but I think this might be one of those movies that I actually really like from him. But I haven't revisited Sixth Sense, but I remember it freaked me out in theaters. Like the whole kid walking out of the room, turns around, he has a freaking hole in his head. God, fucking terrifying.
Let's go check out my dad's gun. Turns around, there's a hole in the back of his head.
You know what? I'm gonna be a first on here, but I'm gonna go with Sixth Sense.
All right, Steven.
Yeah.
So I know I said the frequency I had seen like the last 20 to 30 minutes a bunch of times. The Sixth Sense, though, is the movie that I've seen the most in terms of the whole thing, because I saw that movie 4 times when it was in theaters.
Wow.
That being said, I really love Forrest Gump, so I've got Forrest Gump probably just slightly higher. So I'm going to go with Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, both these movies I've seen a lot. Because I really dig The Sixth Sense. I dig Forrest Gump. I mean, Forrest Gump, along with Shawshank and stuff, kept TNT in business, all through the 90s, every Sunday afternoon. So I saw it a lot. But yeah, I'm a horror guy, and I think The Sixth Sense, I brought it up on when we did rank them on the 90s movies. I closed it out with Sixth Sense because I think people kind of forget how big a movie that was and how influential it was and how good it was. So I'll go Sixth Sense. It's almost underrated at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like both these movies. The Sixth Sense, there's a lot of kind of really kind of creepy moments, I guess you could say, because when they showed the bodies hanging in the school too, there's that, or at the beginning, even Donnie Wahlberg at the beginning too, do you know why you're afraid when you're alone? I do like that at the beginning.
He's so unrecognizable in the movie.
Yeah. I had to look it up who it was. I didn't recognize him. So and it is really good. But I'm just a huge Forrest Gump fan. I just really connected. It just came out at a perfect time for me when I was really getting into movies and really starting to really appreciate them. I always watch movies, but I just kind of did it as some kind of just quick entertainment. I didn't really try to appreciate them. And with this one, I really did. And there's a lot of great moments between Forrest and so many different characters with his mom, with Jenny, with Bubba, with Lieutenant Dan. It's just a really great character, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Forrest Gump.
Yeah, 42 for The Sixth Sense, actually. And people forget that's an early Toni Collette movie too, and she's really great in that movie.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, she's really good.
It was her first sort of Hollywood film,
and she was nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
And also shout out JB3 tuning in. What's up in the chat?
All right. This next one we got Into the Wild versus Gone Baby Gone. All right. Malcolm's up first.
Another Emil Hirsch one.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen either of these movies. So I'm just going to go for the one that I've been kind of interested in wanting to see, and that's Into the Wild.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think?
I don't think I've seen either one of these. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go with Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah. Steven.
It's funny. Both of these came out in 2007. Both of these are directed by actors. Sean Penn with Into the Wild, and Ben Affleck made his directorial debut with Gone Baby Gone.
Yep.
And Gone Baby Gone has a really awesome, like to me, even though the whole movie is great, what made it over the top in its greatness was the ending, the really fascinating moral dilemma that Casey Affleck's character has to go through. But Into the Wild is probably my number one movie of that year. I think it's just incredible. Emil Hirsch is incredible. Great, incredible supporting cast. I mean, Vince Vaughn is in it. Jordan's favorite actress, Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
William Hurt, Catherine Keener. I forget who else, but a bunch of people. What's that older guy's name that was nominated for an Oscar, who died like a year or two ago?
Oh, yeah. You mean like Hal Holbrook?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, Hal Holbrook.
I actually got to meet Hal Holbrook. I have his autograph. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to give it the slight edge. It's really close, but I'm going to give it the slight edge to Into the Wild.
Well, I'm going to change my vote.
Sure, yeah.
Like, I don't have seen Into the Wild, but Hal Holbrook is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. So I'm going to go with Into the Wild.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. Austin?
Well, I'll vote for Gone Baby Gone just to even it out a little bit. Since Chris did that. But no, I've only seen pieces of Into the Wild on like cable and stuff. So, but yeah, I have seen Gone Baby Gone. I really like it. So, Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah. Well, I've only seen one of these movies. I haven't seen Gone Baby Gone, so I've seen Into the Wild. And you know what? Like, I'm gonna vote for a Kristen Stewart movie, and like she's actually not too bad in this. Like,
because she's a fantastic actress who's always great.
I'm not going to say that she's great or even good.
That's what you just said. That's what you just said.
You just said she's fantastic, and that's on record.
Yeah, that's on record.
Yeah,
you
but
are. You have to vote
We'll
for
clip it out.
But, yeah, but Into the Wild is great though. Like I really like the journey. Like I'm a big fan of those, just like surviving off the land, kind of going on a journey, like those types of movies. And like I think maybe in like another life, if I wasn't doing everything I'm doing today, maybe I'd like to try out something like that just to see if I could live off the land and like
just hope it doesn't end for you the way it ends for him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it kind of ends not so well for him, but yeah, so I'll vote for Into the Wild. Yeah,
I'm gonna clip this show for you saying is great though, and I'm gonna put Kristen Stewart in front of it. You
okay.
That. Yes. Kristen Stewart is great though.
Yes, you have to
and I'm just
gonna make a really bad
on,
jump cut.
And I'm gonna have it on standby.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it on standby.
Okay, Kristen Stewart
every time there's a Kristen Stewart movie, I'm gonna play it right before it.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be Jordan. But Kristen Stewart is great though, and it's gonna play it every time.
Yeah,
Richie.
Yeah. Also, with Into the Wild, it's interesting. The I think I brought it up before, but the score was done by Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam.
Wow!
So I don't think he's ever done that. But it's probably one of the more. It's a more interesting No Man Land. Anyway, But that being said, I'm going to go with Gone Baby Gone because I feel like it's Ben Affleck's director for a debut, and I think he does a really good job. And I think people forget about this movie. People only think about Argo in the town. They forget about this movie. I think it's really good. So.
Well, we'll see if he can keep it up because that Air movie that's coming out is directed by him as well. So
it's got Matt. It's also got Matt Damon. Right?
Yeah, well, we adjusted the schedule because we're going to do our Matt Damon versus Ben Affleck around the time that movie comes out to kind of tie in with it. So that'd be a good tie-in.
That movie looks really good. So
yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
So, all right, but for now, Into the Wild 4-2, and we'll go down.
I still think Gone Baby Gone is his best movie as a director.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, got Truman Show and Spotlight. Chris.
I can't say I've ever seen Spotlight. Don't really know what it's like. I don't really know what it's about. And Truman Show's all right. I'll go with that one.
Yeah. Steven.
Well, Truman Show won my top 64.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
But that being said, I don't think Spotlight ever gets enough love on this, it seems. So I'm gonna give it to Spotlight. I mean, wasn't there a recent one that it was in and it didn't do as well as
Yeah, I think so, but I can't remember what it was. But it was here recently.
It might have been would have been the 2015 letter series.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably. Yeah.
2015 movies. Yeah, that's right. You know what, Steven? You said it. Truman Show already won your 64, so I'm going Spotlight. Let's get a fresh movie. But no, generally, I really do like Spotlight. I've seen it 3 or 4 times. It's one of the better sort of journalism movies. Like, I'm not big on journalism movies, like people just doing stories and shit, but like Spotlight's actually really, really good and fast-paced and entertaining. And yeah, that cast is unbelievably ridiculous in that movie. Everybody's somebody in that movie. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. So I've never seen Spotlight, and like just on paper, like it just seems like a movie that might bore me. That doesn't like seem that great. But from a lot of people that I've talked to that have seen it, they said actually check it out. Like you'd probably be surprised. Like you actually probably like it. So because it just reminds me of like The Post or like some of those.
It's better than that. It's way more entertaining than that. Way better.
I love The Post.
I don't like The Post.
Yeah.
Another movie that felt kind of similar to me in terms of its tone was Bombshell, and I thought Bombshell was fantastic.
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah. So it's almost. I mean, like it's all subjective, but I think it kind of has some similarities to Almost Famous. Maybe I don't know. It's got journalism, so but I've never seen it, so I gotta go with the Truman Show. The Truman Show is great. Like it shows up here a lot, but for good reason because it's a great movie. Like it just gets better over time, I think. So yeah, the Truman Show.
All right, Richie.
The Truman Show won Steven's top 64, so Spotlight.
Yeah. Malcolm, yeah.
The Truman Show won Steven's top 64, so let's see if we can win again. Truman Show.
Yeah.
Well, again, we'll see because that makes it a tie and it goes to Chris. So Chris can put through whatever he wants.
You know what? Just to be difficult, and because I'm not high on the Truman Show, like you kids, I'm going to vote for Spotlight.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, kids. Like I'm 90 years old.
Yeah.
Well, Truman
Get
Show.
off my lawn.
Truman
Might
Show.
be one of the older ones here. So.
Truman Show will not be a full-time winner as of right now. As of right now, we'll see.
I think I am the oldest one here.
No,
I didn't realize it was a 4-time winner.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm saying it won't be, Malcolm. It's tied for top with Infinity War for 3 times right now.
Maybe Steven might be the oldest here. Yeah.
All right.
November 28th, 1984. There's no way it was Steven's older.
No, I was born in 82.
Yeah.
All right, Arachnophobia versus Titanic. Steven.
This one's easy.
I know you love Titanic.
Well,
yeah.
No, please, gosh, no. Get that movie out of here.
But Arachnophobia gave me arachnophobia. I'm not sure I'm really looking forward to the remake. Just because they'll probably end up using CGI, and it won't look as good.
Yeah, I know.
I want to go with arachnophobia.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah.
Sorry, but just real quick, Julian Sands is still missing, and it's extremely unlikely they're going to find him alive at this point.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's
so rest in peace, Julian Sands.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Julian Sands went missing I forget how long. It's been like 5 weeks, I think now.
Yeah, he's an actor for Arachnophobia. Yeah,
Julian Sands. I still don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know who he is?
I don't know who he is. Yeah, I don't know what
he's from Arachnophobia.
Yeah, he's the spider.
He's the
expert.
spider.
He's the spider expert.
Is it the guy at the beginning? The guy at the beginning of the movie?
He's in the beginning of the movie. He comes back later in the movie, but then.
Okay. All right, sure. I could have never told you his name, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were just talking about some journalist or some shit, like out of nowhere. Yeah, well, I don't know if it will. We'll see. No, I love me some Titanic, but you know what? I'm in animal attack mode this week, so arachnophobia.
Yeah, like I am not a Titanic fan, and it's like the more the time goes on, this movie just gets worse and worse to me. Like it just
it gets better for me. This movie gets better.
I don't have any appreciation for it. Like I don't know. Like I'm just waiting for you to do the drinking game, Austin. How many times they say Jack and Rose? Like
yeah,
over
but we
and over
can't because that movie's 3 hours. We'd be dead.
Yeah, but yeah, that like I just don't really care for it. But I do like the history behind the Titanic, and I do appreciate the set pieces and costumes and that kind of thing. But I just don't care about this movie, and also the fact that it's like the highest grossing of all time.
No, actually, it
never makes sense, right?
Yeah, but now James Cameron has 3 of the top 4 highest grossing movies of all time. So James Cameron is the fucking man.
Yeah, well, not the
Cameron's
highest,
a god.
but it's like up there, and it's been up there forever. And I'm just kind of like, wow, how? But
it's a great movie, Jordan. That's why, because it's great.
Yeah, sure. but arachnophobia is awesome. Like yeah, this movie's great, especially John Goodman playing the exterminator guy. Like really good. Jeff Daniels, it's great. Like for some reason I always think of like the Chris Farley show when he's talking to Jeff Daniels, and he's like, "So you're in arachnophobia?" Like that was awesome. Yeah. So arachnophobia. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I like arachnophobia, all right, but I'm a Titanic guy. I like Titanic a lot, so I've seen it quite a few times. I remember like when I was a kid when it came out, my mom wouldn't let me see it because it was so long. It's like I'm not sitting there for ages. So I went with friends, and it was good. It was really good. Seen it a few times, and so I'm gonna go Titanic.
Yeah, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I have never seen Arachnophobia. That's probably another one that I'm going to have to watch for some Sunday. I just Titanic is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's most likely appearing on my part too, because I don't think it was on my part one. I just recently sort of went to see the 25th anniversary re-release that they did for its 25th anniversary, and it was just as amazing seeing it on the big screen again. So I'm going to go Titanic.
All right.
Do you have Titanic 666 on this list?
Yeah,
that's your movie.
Do you have Titanic 2 on your list? The Asylum. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Chris?
I'm gonna vote for Arachnophobia solely because the movie gave me arachnophobia. I hate spiders because of it, but also cool thing is I did get to tell Frank Marshall in person that thanks to him I hate spiders. He cracked up laughing and signed my ticket for me for a horrible movie, The Last Airbender. But it's still it's a great Frank Marshall. Frank Marshall is one of the greatest people.
Also about arachnophobia, it's the only movie I've ever seen my dad jump up from when that big spider, at the end, it comes after Jeff Daniels, and it gets him every time he's seen
the movie
movie
scared
more
the
than
shit
once.
out of me, especially the idea of putting
every
feet
time
in
it works.
shoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got Memento versus Identity.
Oh.
All right, me first. Oh, this is easy for me because I hate Memento. I hate Memento. I don't like Memento at all. That's like my least favorite Nolan movie. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, not that I don't get like the structure, I don't get the movie, but like I just don't get the love for it. Like, just me personally, I get why people like it, but it doesn't work for me. I don't think it's a very compelling movie, just in general. But yeah, I really like Identity. Like, I'm not gonna say it's like one of my favorite movies, but I've always been a big fan of it, and I think it's got a great cast. And it's another Ray Liotta movie. Rest in peace, and he's really good in it too. And I love Jake Busey in it as kind of the psycho killer. It's a perfect role for him. So I'll go Identity.
Yeah, for me, so I haven't seen Memento, but I own it though, so it's one I need to get around to. I just blind bought it, but and then Identity, I don't really like that movie. I think that the twist kind of ruins the whole movie. Like it's just a weird thing.
It's like makes the movie great.
No, like I just think that it just like I don't know. Like I think the movie's kind of boring. Like in general, and then like when you get to the twist, just kind of makes it even worse. I don't know. Like maybe I need to rewatch it. I don't know, but I don't know if I want to rewatch it. But I've never seen Memento. But even still, I'm gonna vote for one I haven't seen. I'll go Memento.
How do you not like it, Jordan? It's James Mangold, your boy.
I know, but it's still just I don't know. It's just a weird.
Really well directed, actually. It's way better directed than you think it would be. Yeah.
Everyone has a bad day at the office, according. Well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
but Richie.
I mean, they do have a bad day at the office, but it wasn't on Identity. Identity is good. I like Identity. I had a lot of, I thought this movie was great. It's based on an Agatha Christie short story. It's really good. I love the twist. I think, what did happen to Amanda Peet? I liked her. She was cool.
She went away.
Like John Cusack's good in this movie. Yeah, Ray Liotta's good in this movie. I think it's a really, really solid movie. I love the twist at the end. So yeah, I think I'm going to go Identity.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Everyone does have a bad day in the office, and for Nolan, it was Memento.
I agree.
I also can't stand the movie. I don't think I've actually seen it. I think I've seen about half of it. I was like, yeah, I'm over this already. But yeah, I really do like Identity. And this may sound sacrilegious, but I think I almost like it more than I like Logan. When it comes to James Mangold movies. And the last movie Amanda Peet was in 2015, which was Sleeping with Other People. But yeah, I'm going to go Identity.
Right.
Yeah. Chris.
I'm going to go with Identity. I love that movie so much. The ending made it for me. God, that ending was freaking amazing.
I thought you wouldn't like it because you don't like a lot of those twist endings.
Oh, dude, the twist ending was freaking amazing. You kidding me? Dude, that was dark as hell. Like, the twist was amazing. Yeah. Cast was solid. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great horror movie.
Yeah, Steven.
I could.
You and JB3 are friends.
I could tie it up, but as much as I love Memento, I don't think I will. It's my favorite James. Identity is my favorite James Mangold movie. He gets the respect now because of Logan and Ford v Ferrari, but he's always been awesome. Like in the 90s, he had Copland and Girl Interrupted. and then
The one movie I need to revisit of James Mangold that I forget he directed is Night and Day, the Tom Cruise movie.
Oh, I love Night and Day. Yeah.
So
Night and Day is great.
I need to revisit it. I don't know if I finished it.
I saw it with you.
But now enjoying Tom Cruise,
you might have, yeah.
now, like I want to go back and like watch it. That's one I need to revisit. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with Identity, but Memento is like probably my second favorite Nolan movie.
Well, you wouldn't have tied it up, Stephen, because it's 5-1 for Identity.
Yeah.
And actually, talking about Amanda Peet, she's going to be in the Fatal Attraction TV series that's coming out.
Yeah, she's a TV person now. She's been doing nothing but TV.
Yeah, and she's going to be playing Beth Gallagher opposite Joshua Jackson.
Interesting.
Okay.
Amanda Peet and Joshua Jackson.
All right. Got Insomnia, more Nolan. More Nolan versus Almost Famous.
Oh.
There it is. All right, Jordan.
Well, I've never seen Insomnia. It's one of my blind spots. I need to see it. And I thought the Almost Famous was good. I didn't love it on the level Steven does, but since I haven't seen Insomnia, and also it's Steven's tournament, we'll throw him a bone. So Almost Famous, yeah, let's go with that. Richie,
you're muted.
Yeah, I mean, I know Stephen likes Almost Famous. I think it's all right. But yeah, look, I think it'd be very. I just think it'd just be too obvious if we put Almost Famous through. And Insomnia is very good. It's underrated. And Nolan movie, I think it's very solid. So I'm going to go Insomnia.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah, I do like Almost Famous. I think it's a fine movie. But that being said, Insomnia is one of those movies which, because I'm pretty sure this is Robin Williams again doing a dramatic performance, if I'm got this right.
Yep.
And he just really crushed it, and I really do like Insomnia a lot. So I'm going to go Insomnia.
Yeah.
I mean, not only is it a drag performance, but he's playing, this psycho. I mean, this was this was the year. This came out the same year he also did Death to Smoochie and 1 Hour.
1 Hour Photo. Yeah, it was a really dark year for Robin Williams. Yeah, Chris.
I don't like Death to Smoochie. I don't get the obsession with that thing. I don't get the obsession with 1 Hour Photo.
Is it really an obsession with
obsessions? Those movies are both kind of like.
I don't play him. I don't.
1 Hour Photo
him
is
as
great.
This creepy weirdo. I just don't. He can do comedy. That's great, but some people should not do like serious. Okay.
He's great at Good Will Hunting series. He's great at what he does.
Good Will Hunting's amazing, but that's different. I don't buy him as a psychopath. Yeah,
he played a psycho on an episode of Law and Order SVU.
He was fantastic on Law and Order. Yeah. That's a great episode.
He was.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Oh, dude, it's an awesome episode. I've watched that episode a couple of times. It's great on SVU.
So,
it's great.
With that being said, can I make a statement of this? Insomnia is one of those ones that I need to rewatch after having watched it forever ago. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
For Chris Reviews and do a solid review about it. Even though I know that show is not getting anything uploaded anymore.
I know. Yeah. Sorry. That's my bad.
The show's kind of dead now. But that's all right.
We'll upload some soon. I've just been through a transition period during the first of the year. Sorry.
So I don't really care for Almost Famous. I think it's okay. So I guess I'll go with Almost Famous.
Yeah.
Steven?
Yeah, Steven.
I'm trying to point out my name. For anybody that doesn't know, William Miller is Patrick Fugit's character, the main character in Almost Famous.
All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll tie it up with Insomnia, but it goes to you, Steven, so you get to decide your own fate.
Oh.
Oh,
I
you're
mean,
gonna make a
am I-
racist tiebreaker.
Am I gonna go with my favorite movie of all time?
Right, or the other movie. No, I got
Yeah.
you. All right, no, that's fair enough. Hey, we let Steven decide on his own thing. It was tied, so fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, it didn't have to be tied, but it was. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna vote. I wasn't gonna vote for it, almost because I just think it's okay.
Yeah.
And I really like Insomnia, and Insomnia
No,
helped
it's
me
fair.
win a Battleground match. So yeah,
Yeah.
Insomnia.
Sure.
All right, I got La La Land and Source Code. Richie.
Oh man.
Yeah, La La Land is. I'm not a huge musical guy, but I like La La Land. I think it's really good. Yeah, I really like I like all the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. I like the kind of the way it looks. I like the ending. And Source Code is kind of underrated. Duncan Jones movie at this point. I like it kind of a time great time limit movie. Him and Sean Monahan. So yeah, it's hard. I will. I think La La Land comes up here more than Source Code does. So I'm going to go Source Code.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just find it funny that a Damien Chazelle movie comes up after Patrick Fugit movie, because Patrick Fugit was in Babylon, which was directed with Damien Chazelle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen Source Code. It's been one that I've been meaning to get to, just haven't had a chance. I'm gonna go La La Land.
Yeah. Chris.
So La La Land is one I need to rewatch, but one of my favorite movies, I know I've brought this up a couple times, but is Babylon. It's one of my favorite movies of, I think, this last year or this year.
Yeah.
Freaking phenomenal. But
great score too.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
But Source Code was one of the movies that really, really surprised me, because I was kind of down the mouth about Jake Gyllenhaal, and then he came out and just killed it. The story was solid, the writing was solid, just everything about it was amazing.
Yeah. Sounds good. Steven.
I absolutely love La La Land's ending, especially because it's the absolute definition of bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
But Source Code has an amazing ending too, actually.
Yeah.
Source Code is more my kind of movie. It's sci-fi and action, whereas La La Land is a romance and musical. But I still really love La La Land, but I guess I'll go with Source Code.
Yeah. Austin.
99 times out of 100, I'm gonna watch like a sci-fi thriller over a musical. So Source Code. even though I think La La Land's watchable, it's all right.
Yeah. I need to go back and rewatch Source Code, because I saw it in theaters and remember that I really liked that. But it was really good, and it's really cool. Kind of like, it's like a time loop movie, sort of, or something like that.
It is
something like that.
Yeah. And
yeah, sort of, but sort of not.
Yeah. Like a.
But then, sort of, it is because of what happens at the end.
Yeah. So it's kind of trippy, but it was pretty good, and I also really like La La Land. I'm surprised. Like, I'm not a big musical guy, but I feel like every 10 years there's like maybe two within that span that like really surprised me that I really do end up liking a lot. Or in this case, there's about three that I can think of off the top of my head. But I feel like we see La La Land on here quite a bit, but we don't really ever see Source Code. So let's go Source Code.
All right. So yeah. Source Code. We'll move on.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Magnolia versus The Right Stuff.
Oh.
All right. Malcolm.
Magnolia stars Marilyn Ruzgub from 24.
Oh yeah,
I think it's pronounced Rice Cub or
Rice Cub.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the right stuff. I just haven't found the right stuff apparently. So I'm not that big on Magnolia either, but I'm going to vote for a movie I've seen, Magnolia.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the right stuff.
Yeah. Steven.
I haven't. It's been a while since I've seen the right stuff. Magnolia is a little bit more fresher in my mind because I have stars on an added channel on Amazon Prime, and it's been on a few times. And for a movie that's 3 hours long, that movie is like really surprisingly fast paced to me. I know there's some people that disagree with me, because there's some people that have said that they think it's a chore to sit through, but I mean, I don't know necessarily. That's not aimed at anyone here. I have no idea what people here think of it. So I will give it to Magnolia, but I do love the right stuff.
Yeah. Austin, what?
Yeah, Right Stuff's another one I've been meaning to get to, Steven. I own the Blu-ray right over there once again, and I've been meaning to get to it for a while because there's also a Cinephiles episode that I downloaded that I'm waiting to listen to before I watch it. And if I had another day or two, Steven, I would have gotten to it because another one's just sitting right there, and it's got my boy Fred Ward in it from Tremors, so I need to watch it. But yeah, I saw Magnolia like probably a year ago. Like I was pretty late to it. But yeah, I really, really like Magnolia. Rest in peace, Philip Baker Hall. This is one of his best movies. He's great. And yeah, Tom Cruise should have won the Oscar for this movie. He's fucking awesome in this movie. Basically, and it's aged really well because he's basically playing sort of a Andrew Tate type incel, sort of, top G, whatever, dating guru guy. And he's really, really good at it, though. If you want to see a different Tom Cruise performance, he had a good 99 between this and Eyes Wide Shut. He had a really good double shot that year, really good performances. So, I'll go Magnolia.
Yeah, so I considered trying to watch Magnolia before this episode, but it's over 3 hours, so it's kind of like,
I would have told Jordan to watch it, but literally when he texted me, it was like 2 hours before the show was going to start, and I'm like, literally, you won't have time to finish it. It's just over 2 hours, over 3 hours. Like, I don't want you to start a movie you can't finish. And Usual Suspects is an hour and 45, so just watch that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, Killers of the Flower Moon is about 3.5 hours.
Oh wow!
Oh man,
Really? So it's just as long as Scorsese's last movie.
As Irishman,
yeah. The Irishman and Wolf of Wall Street and how many others?
Wolf of Wall Street's not that long. It's like 2 hours and 50 minutes, I think.
Well, yeah, true. But like I did a really dumb thing with the right stuff. Because I was gifted it for my my birthday one year, and I just kind of like old movies with old actors are just dumb, and I'm not gonna watch them. They're stupid.
Oh my god!
Like I just had that like really stupid kind of dumb mindset. So I gave it away to someone. I didn't even watch it. So I was just like, I feel like really dumb about that. Like I appreciate it now, and now I don't think that way. Like I'm really been trying to go back, watch a lot of classic movies. Watch like doesn't matter if the actor's old or young or whatever.
I mean, it's not that old. It came out in '83.
Yeah, right. But, like for whatever reason, I just felt that way at the time, and I wish I would have kept it. I would have watched it. So I haven't seen either one, but just because I want to redeem myself with the right stuff, I want to like get it and watch it. So I'm gonna vote for the right stuff.
Didn't you say you're not that big on Paul Thomas Anderson?
No, I'm not. So maybe I wouldn't be as high on Magnolia. Yeah, I don't know, but
Magnolia is really, really fast paced though for as long as it is, and pretty entertaining. I think it bounces around, and it's one of John C. Reilly's best performances too. Yeah. He's really good. Everybody's good in that movie, but yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them, but I've heard good things about Magnolia, and Mary Lynn Rice Cub's a good stand-up comedian, so I'll go to
Magnolia. Yeah. Okay. That's a tie to me, and I'll put through Magnolia because I've seen it. Again, if I had squeezed in Right Stuff, Steven, I might have, but I haven't squeezed it in yet, so I'm sorry. But I really like Magnolia. All right, let's go to Ad Astra versus Star Trek First Contact, 2 space movies.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
All right. Chris.
I'm going to go with Star Trek First Contact. Definitely.
Yeah. Steven.
ever seen an Ad Astra where Brad Pitt basically falls to Earth from space and somehow is but yeah. It's like that must be some magical suit he's wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But despite that, I mean, I still think it's one of Brad Pitt's best performances, and that's, it's just an absolutely underrated movie. That being said, The Best of Both Worlds, Part 1 and 2, two of my favorite episodes of Star Trek TNG, and I obviously love this movie, so I will give it to Star Trek First Contact.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'm a big TNG guy. Grew up with Next Gen, love it. I was actually just in my car the other day. I felt like watching Measure of a Man because it's an amazing TNG episode, really good, and I was just watching it, and I can always just go back and it's comfort food, and this is the best of the TNG movies. So I'll go First Contact.
Yeah, I'm a big Star Trek TNG fan. Also, like over the past few weeks, actually, like I've been having these like Star Trek marathon because I said to rewatch the entire series like just over time when I have free time. Because it's kind of like my comfort show. Whenever I don't have anything pressing to watch, then I'll just throw that on. So I'm almost done with season 2, so I'm making my way through it. But and yeah, the First Contact is the best Star Trek movie, and also I'm excited to go check out Picard season 3 because that's actually getting really good reviews. I was a little worried because of like the Kurtzman of it all, and they're just gonna modernize it and make it.
Burnett has been very high on it, even though he first 2 seasons.
Watch the review from him.
He said this new season is amazing, and it's really
good.
So yeah.
So I'm excited for that, and like hopefully because this will be the last Picard. Not to go off on a tangent, but I hope maybe it'll spur like maybe another series of like something similar, but who knows? But yeah. So and Ad Astra, I need to rewatch it because I went and saw it at like a midnight showing, and I was really tired. It wasn't because the movie was bad. I was actually really into the movie, but I fell asleep through most of the second half. So I need to rewatch it. So I'll just go with First Contact.
All right, Richie.
Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ad Astra, so I'll keep it quick, and I'll just go Star Trek First Contact. Not a huge Next Gen like you guys, but it's all right. So I'll go Star Trek First Contact.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these movies, but I'm more likely to go to a Brad Pitt space movie than Star Trek, so Ad Astra.
Sure, yeah.
Fair enough. That'll be First Contact, and we will go on to Glory versus the South Park movie.
That's a funny matchup.
What an interesting match.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Steven, you're up first, so there you go.
Oh. Because Glory's in my top like 25, 30, but South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is one of the funniest movies of all time, in my opinion. And probably it might even be my favorite musical of all time. I just think it's so funny, and the songs are so catchy.
Yeah. It is a musical.
It is, yeah.
I mean, it was not one of the songs was nominated for Best Picture. Not Best Picture, Best Original Song. That played in Canada.
And I think they got Robin Williams to sing it at the Oscars.
Yeah, they
did. Yeah, to sing it. Yeah, they got. Yep, I remember that. Robin Williams. Yeah.
That being said, Glory is in my top 25 of all time, and it might be my single favorite, score of all time from definitely from James Horner.
Oh, James Horner did that.
Yeah.
And so I'll give it to Glory.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Yeah, I like the South Park show. I don't like the South Park movie. For whatever reason, it just doesn't work for me. I maybe it's the musical aspect. I don't like that. I think there's too many fucking songs in that movie. There's way too many interruptions when I start to get into the movie. There's like 10 or 12 fucking songs in that movie, and I don't get it. Like
I love all the songs.
I don't like the songs.
I love them.
Like I don't think the songs are really good. I don't know, something about that movie. I'm not into it, and I haven't been into like that or Team America. Like I'm just not into
love Team America.
I'm not into their movies.
Yeah. Yes, same here. Yeah.
I'm not into it, so I'll give it to Glory.
Yeah. So, like, what do you vote for here? Do you vote for like an epic Civil War drama with Denzel Washington, or do you vote for the one that has Kyle's mom's a bitch? Like, what do you vote for? and for me, like, I'm actually just kind of along the same lines as Austin. Like I don't like the fact that it's a musical. Like maybe if you have 2 or 3 songs, maybe that's fine.
There's too many fucking songs.
Yeah, but there's like way too many songs. Yeah, like I'm like looking at it. I think that
I love that song.
The opening song.
Oh yeah,
there's 20 songs in the movie. 20.
It's incredible.
What would Prime Boy?
Yeah, so I mean, for me, yeah, like I think South Park is an incredible show. I mean, I have a hard time watching some of the episodes because they're really out there. I don't know how they get away with like people molesting children and like having sex with animals on Comedy Central, but they do it somehow, and for like a really long time. But I think I got to go with Glory. I think Glory is just an amazing movie, and the cast that they were able to bring together with like Denzel and Matthew Broderick and Carrie Elwes and all of them, it was really good. So yeah, I'll go Glory.
All right. Richie.
Yeah, I love Glory, but yeah, South Park was on my. I think it was on my 64. I don't think it's on my 128. But yeah, because I just want to be different. But I do like South Park. I think I probably liked it more because like it was rewarding when I was finally able to watch it. Because my mum wouldn't let me watch it when I was a kid, and then when it came out on DVD, she was even still defiant. And then eventually she just lit up, and then I watched it and I liked it. But yeah, I like the musical aspect. There might be too many songs, but the songs are catchy. I like the one with the Satan up there somewhere cool. Yeah, I like that one. But yeah. So I enjoy it. Yeah, so I'll go South Park.
All right.
Yeah.
So what am I going to go for?
Oh, you don't like South Park, do you?
Yeah, I really don't like South Park. I don't get what they. I mean, I haven't even bothered with the movie. The only reason I'd ever watch this movie is if I'm finishing off ranking all the movies from 1999, and I only need one more movie left, and that'll be that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to go in Glory easily.
Yeah,
Chris.
I'm gonna give some more love to South Park, bigger, longer, uncut. I think the movie's hilarious. Now, Glory is a freaking fantastic movie, and I really need to rewatch that movie. But I love South Park movie. It's so good. I'm gonna go with that one.
All right. Well,
even though it's not gonna make it through.
4-2 for Glory.
The best Trey Parker and Matt Stone movie is Basketball. I'll stand by that.
Yep,
No,
yep.
it's
Same. I'll stand by.
All right.
No,
Got Avengers Infinity War versus the Horse Whisperer.
Okay.
This is the one you're
Same
talking about.
movie. I mean, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's on me. I haven't seen the Horse Whisperer. I'll never watch the Horse Whisperer. I'll go Infinity War. Sorry, there's some movies where it's like, I might get to that someday. I'm pretty fucking certain I'll never watch the Horse Whisperer. Sorry. Infinity War.
Yeah. Well, like I've never seen the Horse Whisperer. And the only way that I'm ever gonna watch it is I watch it with my mom, because my mom is she's really into horses. She grew up with horses. I think she had like 3 or 4 of them as a child, and then for a while she used to board horses, and so I've been around horses a little bit, but we don't really do anything with horses now. But that's the only way I'm going to watch it. So it's got to be Infinity War. It's an incredible movie, in my top 20 of all time.
I might have a fun fact in just a second. All right, I'll give you a fun fact when we're done with the voting here. That really fucking baffles my mind, but okay. Yeah. All right, Richie.
Yeah, I think I saw the Horse Whisperer when I was a kid. And I remember even back then, I'm like, yeah, that was a movie that exists, and that had horses in it. Sure, cool. But I believe, is that the one with Robert Redford?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I did see that. But yeah, even if I really enjoyed it, it's no Infinity War. Jesus Christ, so Infinity War.
Malcolm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the fun fact I was going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is ScarJo versus ScarJo.
No, I've got a different one.
But also, I actually really like The Horse Whisperer. I think it's a really good movie. Like it's one of those ones like when it comes to, and those that know me know that when it comes to drum movies, I actually do like a lot of them. And it's just one of those movies which just really good. But that being said, I'm still going to go Infinity War. It's just a really good movie.
Yeah. Chris.
I think at some point I did see Horse Whisperer. It was not one of the movies I was blown away about, but Avengers Infinity War is freaking fantastic. I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah. Steven.
Yeah, I think Scarlett Johansson is actually like really fantastic in The Horse Whisperer. I think it's still one of her best performances. Because I don't know, do you guys know what the movie's about?
It's about a horse.
About love and bringing feelings.
I mean, there's a romance in it between Kristen Scott Thomas and Robert Redford, sort of. But even though Kristen Scott Thomas is married to Sam Neill in the movie, but it doesn't. It's not really a romance, actually. I mean, romance. You know, there's some romantic tension between them, but it never really manifests because she's married. But it's a movie about healing, you know. I mean, in the beginning of the movie, Scarlett Johansson's on her horse and they get hit by a car, and she ends up having to have one of her legs amputated, and you know, they have to decide. They bring the horse to Redford's character, who is the titular character of the movie, and yeah, it's a movie about healing. It is a long movie, so you know, if you're gonna watch it, I guess you guys aren't gonna watch it, but but you know, because it is a 2-hour and 40-minute movie, but even though it wouldn't seem like it needed to be that long, it's actually a good length for that movie. I thought the movie was always compelling and just. So you know what? I'm going to be the lone. Avengers: Infinity War is my second. I wish I was able to fit more MCU movies on here, but I was only because I really love Iron Man 3 and I really love Captain America: The Winter Soldier and I really love The Avengers, but I was only able to fit 2 into my top 128. But I'm going to show some love to The Horse Whisperer.
Yeah. My fun fact is that Steven alluded that it's a long movie. The Horse Whisperer is longer than Avengers: Infinity War.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it's 2 hours.
Avengers: Infinity War is 2 hours and 29 minutes with all these characters and the setup of Thanos and all this stuff. Horse Whisperer is 2 hours and 49 minutes.
49.
The fucking horse movie is
What
longer than
movie
the
did we
combination.
to
That I can't fucking imagine.
It might not seem like it, but I don't think the movie is boring at all.
So spoilers though. So it's probably about the horse gets hit by a car. Instead of putting it down like they usually do with the horse, he heals it back to being like with a walk, right?
And he heals
that
his
kind
life.
of like brings it back. That's what I imagine. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
All right, we got Wonder Boys, which is what that is. It got cut off, but Wonder Boys and Michael Douglas versus Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers.
Oh man!
All right, yeah.
I don't know what Wonder Boys is. I thought it was maybe going to be that one where they're flying around in airplanes. Isn't there one called Wonder Boys about that?
I think it's Flyboy or something like that.
Oh yeah, Fly Boys. You're right. So I don't know what that movie is, and Two Towers is in my top 10 movies of all time. So I'm going to go with the Two Towers pretty easily here. But Richie?
Yeah, I haven't seen Wonder Boys. I think I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. The only Wonder Boys I'm totally familiar with are the Jack, the Tenacious D song Wonder Boy, and the fighter Wonder Boy Stephen Thompson. But other than that, not familiar. But yeah, Lord of the Rings: Two Towers is my favorite Lord of the Rings movie. I think it's got some of the best battle scenes, and yeah, I think it rules. So I will go Lord of the Rings: Two Towers pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Wonder Boys here. No one ever talks about it. That's because no one ever knows what it is. Because I'm going to go Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I'm glad it's on the list, but anyway, I'm not going to go for
Yeah. No. Well, Chris?
I've never ever seen Wonder Boys, and it doesn't even sound good. I looked it up, but a Lord of the Rings. Come on, let's think about this.
Yeah. Well, Steven.
Wonder Boys is directed by Curtis Hanson, who, of course, I had LA Confidential in previously here. And it's one of my favorite Michael Douglas performances, playing a college professor who also who's also working on a second novel, but he's having writer's block. And the supporting cast includes people like Tobey Maguire and Robert Downey Jr. and Katie Holmes and Frances McDormand.
Ridiculous cast.
Yeah. I absolutely love this movie. It's of course, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is in my top 5, but since it's just the Two Towers and not, I usually often, when I do my top whatever, I usually lump all 3 Lord of the Rings movies together as one movie, because it is 3 movies telling one story.
Yeah, but they're still separate.
So
that's a cop out on this show. You got to just pick one.
I'm going. Well, I do actually have all 3 on my top 128 this time.
Oh, there you go.
With my 64, I only chose one movie to kind of represent all 3 of them.
Yeah.
But this time, since it's 128, I actually had all 3 of them. But I'm gonna show some love for Wonder Boys because I just, it's just always been a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only time I'd let something like that slide is when Richie had Kill Bill 1 and 2, the Whole Bloody Affair. I think that you can get that. It's like somewhere, the Whole Bloody Affair in like one set.
It's been shown, but it's not available on home viewing.
Yeah, okay. I don't think you can officially get it anywhere. I think they've had it on in the cinema.
There's a poster for it, at least. And there's
a poster because he's shown it at the New Beverly, his theater. There is a cut of it, which I'm hoping eventually we'll get like an actual set of that cut. You know what I mean? Like that version. Having said that, The Lord of the Rings: Two Towers is only 10 minutes longer than The Horse Whisperer. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Also,
that's fucking baffling to me.
Also, Michael Douglas looks really creepy in that post for Wonder Boy.
Yeah, he looked really creepy. I thought it was going to come out that he was a homosexual or something like that.
No, but Robert Downey Jr.'s character is.
Oh, okay. So they flip it like that. Okay.
All right. We got Schindler's List, which I want to see how long Schindler's List is.
Oh my God! Are you gonna
like Thin Red Line is really
25 minutes longer than The Horse Whisperer and tells the entire story of the Holocaust. But The Horse Whisperer, the horse movie, they just needed that whole time, Steven.
It's not just a horse movie. It's not just a horse movie.
It's a horse movie.
Well, to be fair, like, it takes quite a while to heal from your injuries.
Yeah, they showed the horse healing in real time in the movie.
Yeah. Fun fact, yeah.
But Richie,
coming soon to Tournament Fights, movies that are longer than Horse Whisperer.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry.
You're gonna call it.
There was some other show where I kept that as a running gag because there was some movie that was super long that I could not believe it was longer than like other movies. And I'm sorry, that's going to be a gag for the rest of this thing, Steven. I'm sorry. I fucking can't understand that.
I mean, The Thin Red Line is a 3-hour movie as well.
Sure, but it's still World War II. Yeah. And it covers like a dozen characters as well.
Yeah. So,
no, I'm sorry. The Thin Red Line's only 1 minute longer than The Horse Whisperer.
Oh, it's not even 3 hours?
It's 2 hours and 50 minutes. Horse Whisperer 2:49. So yeah. Hey, but I'm sure they needed all of that time.
Something like that.
I think
it was a Judd Apatow.
I know
movie
you're
they were
not
going on
going
about.
to, but if you watch the movie, it's there's no.
Good luck getting your kids to sit there for
watching
longer than an hour and a half. Anyway. A Thin Red Line is I don't think it comes up here enough. I think it's a great war movie. And Schindler's List is really good, but I'm gonna go Thin Red Line.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Austin, do you actually remember what the other movie was that you had the running gag is?
I'm trying to remember what the other movie was. It was something baffling.
I think it was
I couldn't remember.
For some reason I thought it was maybe a Judd Apatow one, but it wasn't. We were talking about his movie.
No, yeah, it was King of Staten Island or something. Was it King of Staten Island? Because King of Staten Island was like 2.5 hours, and I was like, I was like, it's longer than Star Wars. Like, how is it longer than Star Wars? Like, this is a whole universe.
Actually, I think it might be King of Staten. Yeah, I think it might be King of Staten Island because I think I remember you saying.
Yeah, it was about Judd Apatow. I was like, motherfucker, you can tell a story way shorter than that, shorter than a movie that sets up an entire fucking sci-fi universe. Like, like, bro, knock it off.
It's like, come on, What are we doing
here? I believe it's on me. I can't remember.
It's around line. So it's on you.
Thin Red Line is actually a very stacked cast because you got like Sean Penn, you got Adrian Brody, you got Jim Caviezel again, you got George Clooney, you got John Cusack, you got Jared Leto, Tim Blake Nelson, Nick Nolte. It's just
Nick Nolte is fantastic in this movie too.
Yeah, and I mean, I do think Schindler's List is a really good movie. But I'm also going to go Thin Red Line because I think it's very underrated.
You have Casey Jones in this movie.
Yeah.
And the Thin Red Line is the Best Picture winner, so you may as well go for that.
Nomination.
Oh, it was a nominee. Okay. Was it 99? Whichever one won that year, I don't even know.
Shakespeare in Love won that year. That was the year Shakespeare in Love
so it won
over Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan should have won, really, to me. Yeah. All right, Chris.
I'm gonna go with Thin Red Line.
Right.
So I'm not trying to young.
Fucking Horse Whisperer is 17 minutes longer than The Dark Knight. Like, fuck off. Like
because all this conversation.
Oh my god, fuck off. Like, I'm sorry. I know I haven't seen it, but fuck, there's no way that it needs to be as longer than The Dark Knight. Come on.
Okay, I haven't read the novel that movie is based on, but it is based on a novel as well.
Yeah.
You don't have to put it in the novel.
Hello. What is it? Was it Cormac McCarthy? That piece of shit.
Horse Whisperer? No, he didn't. I don't think he.
No, he did The Road. Is what Cormac McCarthy was. But,
The Road's a great movie.
Being very facetious. Sorry.
Yeah. But
Nicholas Evans wrote the book.
Steven? Yeah.
Oh,
it's your turn.
Okay. As much as I love the Thin Red Line, and it does have an amazing cast, including a 20-second cameo at the end of the likes of George Clooney and John Travolta.
Weird. And even though they still made the poster.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think they probably originally had. I don't know if you know how Terrence Malick works, but he shoots a lot of stuff, and then the movie usually doesn't form until the editing room. And so, if you like, for instance, Adrian Brody was supposed to be like the main character apparently of the movie originally, but if you watch the movie, his part was cut significantly. And the movie kind of centers around more Jim Caviezel's character than any of the other characters. So Travolta and Clooney probably had a lot more screen time initially. But, I mean, Schindler's List is Spielberg's masterpiece. So I got to go with Schindler's List.
Yeah. Well, awesome.
Yeah, these are both good, but I'm going to go with Schindler's List. I'll keep it fairly short.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Horse Whisperer is way longer than movies like The Tree of Life, which is like a freaking like Terrence Malick epic that just goes on forever. It's like so it's longer than a lot of movies. It shouldn't be, but yeah, like Schindler's List, like it is great. Like it is Spielberg's masterpiece, but I feel like Schindler's List is on here a lot, and Thin Red Line doesn't get a lot of love. So I haven't even seen it, but like it's like a huge blind spot that I mean to fix probably this year sometime. So I'll go with the Thin Red Line.
All right, Thin Red Line with the upset. Okay. All right, and I think this might be one of the last. Well, speaking of Saving Private Ryan, we got Fellowship of the Ring versus Saving Private Ryan. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I think Saving Private Ryan is a well-made movie. I'm just not a big fan of it. I'm gonna go Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Chris.
I'm gonna go Lord of the Rings. I love Saving Private Ryan, but Lord of the Rings is amazing.
Yeah, Steven.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Man, wait, did Schindler's wait, no, it didn't win. The Thin Red Line won. We could have had a Spielberg match.
Yes, right.
Saving Private Ryan wins.
We could have.
That's what I was just.
I don't know if it was going to.
Yeah.
I thought it was close. So.
Greatest opening sequence of all time, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, greatest opening sequence. It's great all the way through, but I think so is Lord of the Rings. I mean, it doesn't have the opening. I mean, well, technically, like it does have some of the, when you think of the backstory that it sets up at the beginning, you get some cool like epic battle scenes and that. So like actually, like it does have a great opening scene, and yeah, and it sets up the one of the greatest trilogies ever made. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Fellowship of the Ring.
Richie.
Richie.
Fellowship of the Ring is good, but it's my least favorite of the three. Saving Private Ryan's an epic, so I'm gonna go Saving Private Ryan.
All right. With that, it's a tie, and we're on the top to Jordan.
Yeah, I think I got to give it to the Fellowship. We'll see how it stacks against the Two Towers.
All right. There we go. I think this might be the last one. We got Arlington Road.
Oh, yeah.
Which me and Richie have talked about a lot.
Yeah. Awesome.
Versus Lost in Translation.
Arlington Road.
Awesome,
Yeah.
Steven. I love it. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Well, Chris is up first on this one.
So I've never seen either one of these movies. The poster for Arlington Road looks cooler, I guess. So we're gonna go with that one.
I don't know. It's got a twist, Chris. You might not like it.
Dude, I don't know why Jordan said that I don't mind twists.
That's what Jordan told me. Blame it on Jordan.
You seem to not really like those movies. Like they have a twist. Or
Last Night in Soho, one of my favorite movies.
Or like movies that don't have
massive
like
twist.
A like definitive ending where you're like you decide the ending. What happens here?
I don't have to have a definitive ending to every single movie to love it, dude.
What about No Country for Old Men? Like, what about that?
No Country for Old Men is the biggest pile of crap in the whole world. No one buys he's walking around with a cow punch to kill people. And the fact that he goes upstairs with him, even though he knows this guy is a murderous bastard, I don't buy it. He would have shot him or gunned him down on the stairs. That's what he should have done. But of course, we couldn't have this whole long, drawn-out cow punch movie.
Sure,
we should have just put this whole cow punch.
Anyways, Steve.
I just didn't even go for it.
Let's get back on track.
Sorry.
That is kind of a weird poster for Lost in Translation.
That's the first one that popped up for me when I looked it up. So I don't know.
They don't even have Bill Murray on that list, even though he's the star of the movie.
Well, the traditional one is the one with him sitting on the bed. Yeah, in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Okay, so Arlington Road has that jaw dropper of an ending that is what makes me love the movie so much. I mean, the whole movie's great, but the ending is what really makes the movie. And, but I've got to give it to Lost in Translation. It's a personal favorite of mine.
All right.
Yeah.
Amazing cast.
Austin?
Yeah, I just saw Lost in Translation for something, but for the first time 3 or 4 months ago. I had never seen it. It was a big blind spot. And yeah, I came on the side of liking it. I enjoyed it. I liked the...
And it has your favorite actor, Austin, Giovanni Ribisi, right?
Fuck, and I didn't know that going into it. And I think I texted you. I was like, God damn it, fucking Giovanni Ribisi's in it. There's like... And you know what's funny? Bro, there's like 4 people in that movie, and he's one of them. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it. Because he was popping up in something else, too, that I watched. I was like, God damn it! Why is he in every fucking movie? I'll remember the other one.
Yeah,
because I saw 2 movies in that 1 week that he was in unintentionally. I was like, "Fuck, goddamn Giovanni Ribisi." I was like, "What is he?" He's not in the movie that much. Luckily, he kind of pops in and out of it. But yeah, I mean, I still like the movie. But Arlington Road's a banger. It's fucking awesome. I think me and Richie both had on our list of movies that never been on tournament fights at the time, and wanted to put it in there because this movie's great and. Yeah, it needs to be more widely available because it's kind of hard to find, but it's awesome. It's excellent.
That's what I was trying to find.
Arlington Road, yeah.
Yeah. So I've never seen either one of these. So I think that if you put these two both in front of me, just because of like the Japan of it all, I'd probably go with Lost in Translation because I've always wanted to go to Japan. Like I'm really like interested in their culture and that kind of thing. And I had a chance to go with my 2 brothers and my dad. My brother calls me up. He's like, "We're going to Japan, but and you're all invited, but we have to buy tickets this week." I'm like, "This week? Like, how much would I have money? Like, with that short of notice?" Like, no, I guess I can't afford that one. So yeah, I missed that. But we'll go Lost in Translation here. Yeah.
All right, Rich.
Arlington Roads rules. But yeah, like you can't find it anywhere. Like I think you can get it. I found like on like eBay for but you can get it there.
Yeah, I have a DVD I got for like $5 somewhere. You know what I mean? It's on DVD, but there's not even there's like a Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray is not available. It's out of print. It's really fucking weird.
Well, you can buy the DVD on Amazon. I mean,
no, the DVD. Well, the Blu-ray's on there. It's just expensive because there's not a lot of them.
Yeah, it's expensive, but yeah, it's really really good. Yeah, so yeah,
Blu-ray's $10.
Like the tagline says, it's a neighbor from hell movie. Tim Robbins is really good at being an evil. Yeah, Tim Robbins is a great, one of my favorite actors. He's really good at being evil, and yeah, it's just
it's a neighbor from hell. It's a maybe neighbor from hell movie,
or maybe neighbor from hell movie. Maybe neighbor from hell. Maybe I'm giving a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's just a solid movie. Great tension. So yeah, and yeah, where were you when we were on that tournament fight trying to champion this movie, Stephen? Anyway,
yeah, we were trying to get this movie going, but we were the only ones who had seen it. Yes, it didn't make it.
So yeah, Arlington Road definitely.
And Chris, the Blu-ray you're looking at is a Region 2 Bluray.
Oh yeah, look at that. I was like,
Malcolm.
I really need a Region 3 player.
We can't hear you. I think your microphone's off.
Yeah, I haven't. This is the first time I've ever heard of Arlington Road, so I'm going to go Lost in Translation.
Okay, well, we have a tie, but it goes to Richie, so Richie can put it through.
Arlington Road.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Yeah, it's a fun movie. All right, that's it. So now we can go speed round. We'll get to our. Yeah, so these will be the third 2 come up. So the winners of these will go to the championship, and then anything goes after that. So we'll see. But yeah, the winners of these, I'll have to write them down on my little app I've got down with the other ones. So yeah. All right, give me just a second to get up there and then scroll out, and we'll get the speed round going. Come on. All right, here we go. Okay. So, boom, boom. All right, so we've got for our first one going in to figure out our 32. Let me pull up my note app so I can write these down. Walter Mitty versus Shawshank, and we'll go to Stephen. Yeah.
This one hurts. Shawshank.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to go Shawshank. I like it more.
I'm going to go with Walter Mitty. Richie?
Shawshank.
Malcolm?
Yeah, I really like Shawshank, but I think Walter Mitty is very underrated, so Walter Mitty.
Yeah.
We go with Shawshank.
All right, Shawshank. All right, we'll be the first one in there. And pardon me while I type it really quick. I apologize. So give me just a second. I'm putting it in my note app for the championship. So my apologies for 3 seconds. All right, now we'll go. So we got Die Hard versus The Insider. And we'll go to me first. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go to The Insider because I was really high on it for the hour 20 minutes. So why not?
Yeah.
Just I know where it's going to go, so it's fine.
Well, I've never seen The Insider, so it's going to be Die Hard. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Richie?
You know what? The Insider. I like the movie.
Malcolm?
You know what? Die Hard's come up a lot. The Insider.
Wow.
You know what? Die Hard is an amazing movie. So Die Hard.
Yeah.
Steven?
I guess I couldn't remember that Heat must have been in part 1. So, but
Yeah.
The Insider.
Ooh.
Oh, The Insider with the upset. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Nice. All right. Well, maybe Jordan will give you a chance to watch it before we get to the other championship. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'll give you a reason. It's really good so far. All right. We got What Dreams May Come versus Moulin Rouge. Jordan.
Pass.
Yeah.
I'm not like big on either of these, but What Dreams May Come is like decent. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay.
Richie.
What Dreams May Come.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like Moulin Rouge, but What Dreams May Come is very underrated, so I'm not going to go with What Dreams May Come.
Yeah. Chris.
Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
Yeah. Steven.
What Dreams May Come.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm also going to go What Dreams May Come. All right. So
Would you say Wet Dreams May Come or what?
What Dreams
Something
May
said
Come.
wet. I'm like, what?
But I mean,
what did you just say?
Depending on what I watched the night before, Wet Dreams may come.
Yeah, may come. Yeah. You never know.
Wet dreams definitely do come, but that's another issue for another day.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Wink, wink.
No pun intended. Yeah.
So we got the Gray versus Aliens. And I just wanted to point out to Steven, the extended cut of Aliens is still shorter than the Horse Whisperer at 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's the extended cut. I'm just saying, with that ensemble and all the world it sets up. Just saying. All right, Richie.
During the minute extended cut of the Horse Whisperer.
Yeah. Extended cut of the Horse Whisperer is 3 hours and 30 minutes. It's fucking nuts.
You want to see that director's cut? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Richie.
I would see it.
Yeah.
Aliens.
I'm not
He would be in the theater all by himself.
Yeah, the only person,
All right, Malcolm.
Aliens.
All right, Chris.
Aliens.
And Steven?
Just so that it gets at least one vote, the Gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this time. I've only seen the Gray than once, so Aliens.
Just so it gets at least 5 votes, Aliens.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so Aliens moves on. All right, and we got Good Will Hunting versus Castaway. Malcolm.
Easy Good Will Hunting.
Okay.
Just so I can leave Tom Hanks on the beach forever. Good Will Hunting.
Sure. Leave him stranded. You're not going to rescue him.
No, we're not rescuing him.
Steven?
I like Robert Zemeckis more than Gus Van Sant, so I'll go with Castaway.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'll go Castaway.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Good Will Hunting, I think.
All right, Richie?
Good Will Hunting.
Okay, Good Will Hunting, 4-2. All right.
Bye, Castaway.
1 second. Okay. I prefer Good Will Hunting 2. It's hunting season.
Yeah.
All right. Got Unbreakable versus A Beautiful Mind. Chris.
Beautiful Mind.
Okay, Steven.
Unbreakable.
I'm going to go Unbreakable.
And I'm going to go Unbreakable. Richie?
Unbreakable.
Yep. And Malcolm?
I'm going to go with how people describe me, A Beautiful Mind.
Oh, all right. that your nickname in high school?
All right, we're gonna go Goodfellas versus Gladiator. All right, Steven.
Gladiator.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my brother's quote when he came home high on meds from the dentist. I just want to watch Gladiator, so make me a better man. So, and a vote for Gladiator. Like all I could do was just talk about Gladiator the whole way home. Mom, I just want to watch Gladiator. It's my favorite movie.
Hey, these are both very manly movies. I'll say that.
Yeah,
They are.
Yeah.
But Richie.
I'll just go with what people call me, Gladiator.
Yeah. Malcolm.
If you're made a better man, would that make you a good fella? Goodfellas.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah.
Chris?
Do I look like a clown? Goodfellas.
Okay. With that, we have a tie, and it goes to Malcolm.
No comment, Chris.
Goodfellas.
Oh, I know I do. It's okay, Jordan.
Yeah.
I've accepted this, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Goodfellas moves on, and we'll go down to The Godfather versus Unforgiven. Up first, I'll go Godfather.
I still haven't forgiven The Godfather for how boring it was when I watched it. So Unforgiven.
Incorrect. You're so incorrect. Anyways, Richie.
I'll go for one that's a really good Metallica song, The Unforgiven.
Yeah. Wait, there's a Metallica song in Unforgiven?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Malcolm?
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. The Godfather.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a Metallica song called Unforgiven. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. When Clint Eastwood goes on a shooting spree, they kick on the Metallica. That's amazing.
Like in the Old West.
Yes.
Yeah. Chris?
I'm going to go with Godfather, the better movie.
All right, Steven?
The Godfather.
All right.
Movie.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry, Jordan. You're in the vast minority on that one.
Yeah,
okay?
you
have to realize that. You just are.
That's debatable between me and myself.
There's 1% that hate Godfather.
Yeah, and that's you.
And this means, too, that the next round will be Goodfellas versus The Godfather.
That's true. Goodfellas goes to Godfather in the next round. All right, but for now, until we get there, we got The Sixth Sense and LA Confidential. Jordan.
I'm going with The Sixth Sense.
Richie.
Sixth Sense.
Malcolm?
Kind of feel bad for going against Russell Crowe all these times. All these matchups. Sixth Sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why Russell Crowe wants to be Australian.
I'm going to go with LA Confidential because she is gorgeous. So, there we go.
Yeah. Steven?
LA Confidential.
And Austin?
LA Confidential was a certified 10 out of 10 tonight, so fucking LA Confidential. Yeah, damn right.
You're really high on that movie.
Fucking that movie ruled. So with that, it's a tie. It goes to Chris.
LA Confidential, baby. Goodbye, Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
You can see ghosts in your own room or something.
Well, isn't that in your top 10, Steven?
LA Confidential. It's in my top 20. I don't know.
Damn,
I don't
okay,
know
well,
if it
still.
would be top 10.
Okay, but it's pretty high. So we got and Spotlight. Richie.
Sorry, I glitched out for a sec.
Yeah, glitched out.
Yes, we know, Malcolm. Can you please fucking silence that shit? I know he's been falling for 30 minutes. God damn. I don't need to hear it for 30 minutes. Anyways.
Wait, what's he watching?
That's his text message thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
we called for help and nobody's helping him, so he's gonna keep calling until we help him.
Yeah.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Spotlight.
Okay.
Chris.
I'm gonna go with Into the Wild.
Yeah, Steven.
Spotlight.
I'm gonna go Spotlight.
And I'm still voting for a Kristen Stewart movie, So Into the Wild, because I haven't seen Spotlight.
Because you love Kristen Stewart.
Spotlight. Well, Spotlight may be another one. Well, Spotlight may be another one you can fill a gap in for his championship then, Jordan.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. That's another option.
I want on record that Jordan was one of the only ones that voted for a Kristen Stewart movie.
Yeah, that's right. That is true.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have Showtime, but Spotlight, I believe, is on Showtime.
Oh yeah. Well, I just renewed Showtime because The Usual Suspect is supposed to be on on like Paramount, but it's actually Showtime through Paramount.
Well,
That's
Jordan,
one thing I don't have is Showtime.
Well, Jordan, I gave him my Vudu. I think it's on my Vudu, so Jordan can probably watch it on there.
Oh, cool.
I think I had a digital copy with my Blu-ray. So, anyways,
I was just gonna say, like, every other freaking movie's on Showtime now. I'm trying to condense my streaming to like not have so many, but it's like everything's on Showtime.
Yeah. Malcolm's up first for Identity and Arachnophobia.
Yeah, Justice for Titanic Identity.
Justice for Titanic.
Yeah.
Chris.
Just because spiders scare the shit out of me, I'm gonna go with Identity.
Steven.
Man, I'm not ready for this. R.I.P. Julian Sands of Arachnophobia, even though I love Identity.
Yeah. Austin.
I've met Jake Busey and he still scares the shit out of me. Identity.
Ooh,
well,
that's awesome.
I'm still not a fan of Identity, so Arachnophobia. Richie, did you vote?
As being a creepy fuck, it's a Busey trait or something.
I met both the Buseys and gotten pictures with both of them. So
yeah, it's great
cool.
to be creepy. Yeah,
but Gary Busey was fucking hilarious. Yeah.
I'll go Identity.
Oh, all right, Identity. Nice.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, I forget what streaming service it's on, where Gary Busey is an animal court judge and he's just making freaking animal. Yeah, that is like the best thing. So funny.
Yeah. But by the way, again, we talk about occasionally, Richie. 2 good posters though. I like both those posters for Arachnophobia.
Good, really good posters. Yeah,
good posters. Yeah, I appreciate a good poster.
But you think that trope in movies where they make the moon 10 times bigger than it actually is?
Yeah, right. At least Bruce Almighty explains it with him pulling it closer and causing tidal waves.
Oh yeah.
So Chris is up first for our Almost Famous and Source Code.
I'm gonna go with Source Code.
Okay. Yeah. Steven? I think I know.
I'm gonna be heartbroken no matter what happens in this round. Almost Famous.
Yeah. Austin.
Just to help Steven out, I'll say Almost Famous. I don't want to have it be too heartbroken.
I mean, a Source Code not being on there and the championship is gonna suck too.
Okay, fair enough.
So these are the ones that are
with a good conscience, Austin.
So the winners here go to the championship, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Then I'll throw them a bone. Let's go Almost Famous. Yeah, just to get it in there.
Yeah, I won't vote for it next round though, Steven.
Same.
Yeah, but I'll at least get into the championship and help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
So at least you'll have another chance. Maybe you'll have a better panel that's more kind to it.
Yeah.
Richie.
I don't have as much of a conscience source.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm just not that high on Almost Famous Source Code.
Well, but Steven's in luck because he has the tiebreaker.
Vote for Source Code, sir.
Didn't I have the tiebreaker for Almost Famous last time as well?
Probably.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but you have it this time though, coincidentally. So.
I mean, yeah. I get once again, am I gonna vote against my favorite movie?
Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. All right.
It's a futile effort, Chris.
All right, so Source Code. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Okay, so we'll go Magnolia and Star Trek First Contact. Steven. Yeah.
Oh man. Magnolia.
All right. First Contact.
Yeah, I gotta go First Contact. Richie?
Magnolia.
Malcolm?
Magnolia.
Chris.
First Contact.
All right, it's a tie, and I'm gonna go First Contact on this one, Steven. Sorry, I'm a TNG guy.
Actually, I really thought Star Trek First Contact had this in the bag. That's why I voted for Magnolia.
Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah. Well, Malcolm's not a Star Trek fan, so yeah. All right, so write it down real quick.
Also, right. Magnolia is just 18 minutes longer than the Horse Whisperer.
That is true. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. I'm sure it's longer than Star Trek First Contact. I'm sure it's longer than. Well, the Almost Famous extended cut is longer than Horse Whisperer.
Probably.
That's 3 hours. That's 3 hours. Yeah.
I knew it was longer, but
the bootleg cut is I'm sorry. Horse Whisperer is longer than the bootleg cut. It's 160 minutes. So Horse Whisperer is longer than the extended cut of
bootleg cut, sir.
Yeah. And I've only seen the bootleg cut, and that movie was long.
Yeah.
So
we got Glory versus Infinity War. I just want to see how long the Civil War epic of Glory is as well. Civil War is 2 hours and 2 minutes. Okay, so it's 45 minutes longer than Glory.
45. Yeah.
I'm up first. Infinity War.
Yeah. Wait. It's Infinity War versus Glory. Okay.
Glory, yeah.
Infinity War, yeah. Richie?
Infinity War.
Yeah.
Malcolm?
I mean, I don't know what we would have to do to get a matchup that could end up being Glory versus a Captain America Civil War, but that'd be interesting.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Avengers Infinity War.
2 Civil War movies, yeah.
Yeah. Chris?
Only because I love Avengers Infinity War, but only because I feel like Glory is in there all. Only because I feel like it's in there all the time. I'm going to go with Glory.
Yeah.
I knew what I was saying. My brain stopped.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Glory.
Short circuiting.
Okay. All right. What's going to be Infinity War? And all right. Got the Two Towers versus Thin Red Line. Jordan.
It's got to be Two Towers.
Richie?
Two Towers.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Both these movies are separated by a line. I'm going to go Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Chris?
I'm going to go with Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Malcolm, would you say they're separated by a thin red line? Is that what you were going for? Yeah. Steven?
I'll go with the thin red line.
Yeah. And Austin?
It doesn't matter, so pass. Two Towers.
Yeah. All right. You voted for the Two Towers. That's official.
All right. I got Fellowship of the Ring, which you could get that matchup. We'll see.
Yeah.
But versus Arlington Road.
Kind of do want it.
I don't want you to get that matchup because Arlington Road.
Malcolm?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris?
I'm going to go with Lord of the Rings.
Arlington Road.
Steven?
Steven?
I was gonna say Justice for Saving Private Ryan, but also but I would also like Justice for Lost in Translation. But no, but for real, Arlington Road.
Yay.
Yeah. Austin?
Arlington Road.
Oh my gosh, kids.
No, we can't do it. We got to do
Arlington Road.
Arlington Road.
Don't do it with a good conscience, Jordan.
Yeah. No, I've got a good conscience, so I can't. And I think I've got the tiebreaker.
It's a tie, and fucking Jordan has the tiebreaker.
Yeah. I knew it. Let's go.
Goodbye, Arlington Road.
The Lord of the Rings matchup. I mean, I haven't seen Arlington Road, so I'm sure it's great.
Arlington Road is fucking great.
Yeah,
so good. You would vote for it.
When I see it sometime, then I'll watch it.
But it's not available on any streaming platforms at all.
See, if you put it in the championship, you
so someone would have to
watch.
buy it from me on DVD.
Yeah, but I'll watch it another time.
I could have shipped you my DVD in time.
Well, then ship me a copy of your DVD, and I will just send it back to you.
Well, not now because it's not in the championship, so there's no point now.
And I'll just keep it. I mean, what? I would never do
that. I think I missed something, so I would just want to make sure I didn't miss it. I think I missed a movie somewhere. No, I didn't. Okay, I got everything. Okay.
You missed the fact
when we finally do Best Jeff Bridges movie then we'll put Arlington Road in there.
Oh well, I need to add Lord of the Rings or Fellowship of the Ring. That's what I need to add. Okay, so give me 1 second. My apologies, and then I'll be able to focus just on the bracket.
Actually, we actually could have Jeff Bridges versus somebody. So
yeah, we could. He's done enough movies.
Yeah.
So another kind of marble mouthed actor. I don't know, something.
Yeah. Something like
old timey actor. I don't know, some guy, another guy who's looked old forever. Who knows?
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte. Yeah, gravelly voice. Something.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. All right, now I'm updated, ready to go. I've got the 16, so now pretty much, hey, we'll see what happens. Anything goes now. So just see what when's this little part 2. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Who's going chaotic?
Shawshank versus the Insider. Malcolm.
Yeah, this will be my last match because I've got to head off. But I'm gonna go Shawshank.
Shawshank.
Yeah. You want to wait? I see what happens.
Yeah, I'll wait till everyone votes on this one.
Okay.
Chris.
I'm gonna go with Shawshank.
Steven.
You know what? Since Shawshank is already in the championship, I'll go with the Insider.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I'm all about some chaos inside these part 2s and shit. Let's go Insider.
Yeah. Well, like, don't take this the wrong way. Like, I don't think Shawshank is a bad movie by any means, but I do think it's a tad overrated. Like, it just gets a lot of praise. So I'm gonna go with the Insider. Richie.
The Insider.
Yeah,
the Insider makes it to the 8. All right.
Well, Malcolm, do you have anything you want to plug before you head out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on Take for Production to host Rankum every Sunday. It's going to be a little bit earlier. Next Sunday it's going to be starting at 6 p.m. We're doing animal tech movies. Both Austin and Jordan are going to be there.
If you need another person, just ask Richie. He'll probably do it because he's seen a lot of those movies.
Yeah. I mean, if he can make 6 at the earlier time,
it might be a little.
It's not too bad. It's 8 a.m. It's fine.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. That's up to him.
I'm always usually around whenever there's trivia tournaments to be done. I'm usually there, but yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Thanks, Malcolm.
I'll see you.
See you, brother.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, so we will scroll on down, and next will be What Dreams May Come and Aliens. Chris.
Aliens.
Yep. Steven?
You know what? Aliens comes up a lot, and since they're both in the championship, I'll give some love to What Dreams May Come.
Yeah. Austin?
Aliens.
Yeah. What Aliens May Come. Let's do Aliens.
Steven, when it comes up against something that I really, really like, even if it's not one of my favorites, I'll probably vote against Aliens in this time for Anarchy, but not yet. Not yet. I'm not super passionate about What Dreams May Come yet. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Richie?
Yeah, Aliens.
All right.
So Aliens, and we'll go down to Good Will Hunting and Unbreakable. Steven.
This one's interesting. Good Will Hunting.
I'm gonna go Unbreakable.
Yeah, you going for the mind or for the
heart?
The brute strength, of Unbreakable. I think I'm gonna go with Unbreakable.
All right, Richie.
Good Will Hunting.
Chris.
I'm gonna go with Good Will Hunting.
Okay, Good Will Hunting. 3-2.
All right.
Okay. We got Goodfellas and The Godfather.
Ooh.
Greatest mob movies of all time. All right, I'm up first. Yeah, this is tough, really, because not only are they two great, and they're both kind of in that 10 to 20 territory in my favorite movies of all time. This time, let's go Goodfellas. Why not?
Well, you know me, I'm going Goodfellas. So, Richie,
Goodfellas.
Chris?
Goodfellas.
And Steven.
I guess I'll be the lone vote for The Godfather.
All right. Well, they could face off again in the championship. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could come down to that. So, all right, that's that side. We've got our half of our Elite Eight, and we'll jump over to the other side for LA Confidential versus Spotlight. All right, Jordan.
I haven't seen Spotlight yet, so LA Confidential. It was good, so yeah.
I haven't
Richie.
seen LA Confidential yet, so I go Spotlight.
Yeah. Chris.
LA Confidential.
Steven.
LA Confidential.
Yeah, in Austin.
If you get a chance to, if you're on the championship episode, Richie, look at me. Watch fucking LA Confidential. It's awesome. It's shit. It's so good. So I'm voting for LA Confidential. Yeah. All right. We got Identity and Almost Famous. All right, Richie.
Identity.
Chris.
Identity.
Steven.
Steven.
Almost Famous.
Yep. Austin.
I helped you get into the championship. I like Identity more, Steven. Identity.
Well, I honestly do like Almost Famous better, so I would vote Almost Famous. So.
Oh, close, but Identity is going to take it out. But it'll have another chance, Steven. At least it's in the
Goodbye,
championship.
Almost
So, almost there. All right. We got First Contact versus Infinity War. Chris.
This is tough. You know what? I'm gonna go with First Contact actually.
Yeah, Steven?
If First Contact was going up against Endgame, I'd go with Endgame, but I will go here in this one with Star Trek First Contact.
Yeah, Austin.
Since Infinity War is already in, let's give Captain Picard some love. Let's go Star Trek.
Yeah, I've been on a big Star Trek, The Next Generation high lately. So, and Infinity War shows up here a lot. So let's go with First Contact.
All right, Richie.
I guess I'll be the low more for Infinity War.
Yeah.
First Contact. All right, into the 8. We got, I think here it is, Two Towers and Fellowship.
Oh, God.
There we go.
All right. All right, Steven.
Well, Return of the King is actually my favorite of the three. But
Just funny.
but of these two, I'll go with the Two Towers.
You remember if Return of the King made it to the championship?
Return of the King is in the championship, so literally you could have almost had all 3 of them, but you're only going to have 2 out of the 3 in the championship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Return of the King is in there. And yeah, for me, pass, Jordan. No, but for real, if I had to pick between the two, Two Towers is my favorite just because that battle is the shit. Like that battle is great. So I'll go Two Towers.
Wait, I thought all 3 of them are in the championship.
Yeah, all 3 of them will be in.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, but like,
only 2 of them are going to go up against each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta go Two Towers for that. That friendship between Sam and Frodo is like stuff of legends for me. So I gotta go with Two Towers.
Okay.
Richie.
Two Towers.
Yeah.
So even though I do think the Two Towers. Oh, I thought everyone already went.
No, Chris.
Oh, you're good. Apparently, I'm going to be the only one that's going to be alone to center and vote for the first one because I don't know. The first one just blew me away in theaters, so I'm going to go with the first one.
Sure, yeah.
I was just going to say that even though I think the Two Towers is the better of the two, the Fellowship of the Ring does have my favorite scene, which is Boromir's death.
Yeah.
All right, so we actually have the upset here. We got the Insider. Scroll out just a tad so we can get to Aliens. Insider and Aliens. All right, so yeah. We will go to me. Insider, why not? It's anarchy time. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen the Insider, so I gotta go Aliens.
Hey, what I saw, I really liked.
Yeah. Richie?
Insider.
Yeah. Chris?
Let's go Aliens.
All right, Steven.
Steven.
The Insider.
Hey,
That's right.
all right. Hey, it's
Seriously.
anarchy. You know, hey, well, it's anarchy, Chris. These are what the parts 1 and 2 of these
know.
threes are all about. It's all
Anarchy,
about wacky. It's all about wacky.
Is it that
Yeah.
wacky though? Because The Insider is still a great movie.
I don't
haven't
know
seen
yet. Well,
Insider.
Steven, to be fair,
And it's
I gotta
not
make
showing
I gotta
it.
make sure it sticks to landing when I finish it tomorrow night. We'll see. I
It's
don't
wacky
know.
I
because
can't
Austin's
find
running
Insider
against his
anywhere.
favorite movie.
Yeah, but it's not. But again, it's not my tournament, so whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my issue is I can't find Insider streaming anywhere.
Oh, I have the Blu-ray. I bought it way back when.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Good Will Hunting and Goodfellas. Good.
Good.
Good. All right, they're gonna get that good. Jordan.
Good Hunting or Goodfellas? I gotta go Goodfellas. Yeah. Richie?
Well, Goodacre chooses good.
Yeah, Good Egg.
Will
Yeah.
Hunting. Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. Chris?
What'd you vote for? I missed it in all that commotion. What?
Good
Yeah.
Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting. Okay.
Goodfellas.
Okay.
Steven?
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. Austin?
Goodfellas.
All right. I think it's Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. All right. So there's
Right.
part of our final four. And on the other side, we got LA Confidential and Identity. Richie.
Identity.
All right, Chris.
Chris?
You know what? I'm going to give it to LA Confidential.
Steven?
LA Confidential.
Yep. Austin?
Fuck yes, I'm LA Confidential.
I mean, I was at like about a 6 out of 10 for LA Confidential, but it's going against these movies I don't care for that much. So LA Confidential. So
Motherfucker, it was a 10 out of 10 for me. This is a new goddamn classic in my book.
Yeah.
All right, LA Confidential. All right. We got First Contact and Two Towers. So Star Trek versus Lord of the Rings, two nerdy franchises. They went up against each
Picard
other.
versus Ian McKellen, they're best friends.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they
best
are.
buddies.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
You know what? Lord of the Rings is going to take down Star Trek, baby.
Yeah.
Steven.
Steven.
Not for me this time. Star Trek First Contact.
Yeah. Austin.
Star Trek.
And I think I got to go Two Towers.
That's on Richie.
Ooh,
Two Towers.
Two Towers.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Lord of the Rings fandom wins that one. All right. So we got our final four here. Let me scroll
Austin's
one
not
more.
part
So yes.
This is insane.
All right. Steven will be up first for Insider and Goodfellas.
I think this is easy for me.
Well, it's harkening back to our other show, Pacino versus De Niro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We just did the other day. So, Steven.
I'm not even doing this for the anarchy. I actually really do love The Insider a little bit more than Goodfellas.
Okay. Austin.
Well, I finished Goodfellas. I didn't finish The Insider, Steven, so Goodfellas.
Yeah, I think someday I'll see the Insider. Actually, before the championship, I'll watch it. So, but for now, Goodfellas.
All right, Richie.
Yeah, Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
All right.
Goodfellas.
All right. Goodfellas made it to the final two the other night, actually.
Yeah.
So it's once again in the title match, but it just didn't emerge victorious. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the other side, it'll be me first for LA Confidential and Two Towers, and this is fucking easy. LA Confidential.
It's pretty easy for me. Two Towers. Richie.
If I've seen LA Confidential, I would just probably say LA Confidential, but I got Two Towers.
All right.
Chris.
I love LA Confidential, but this is where it stops for me. Two Towers.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And Steven.
Well,
Not
you guys just made my vote for the finals way easier then. So good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you.
This is actually hard for me, but I probably would have gone with LA Confidential.
All right, Two Towers versus Goodfellas in the
insane.
finals.
All right.
So, and up top with Jordan is up first.
See, this makes it harder for me.
See, it made it way easier for me. Y'all made it way easier for me. Yeah.
Both in my top 64, but Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers. It's in my top 10. So yeah, Two Towers. Richie?
Goodfellas.
Yep. Chris?
I love Goodfellas, but I'm gonna have to go with Two Towers.
Steven?
So Goodfellas is in my top 100, but it's probably like somewhere in the 80s or 90s for me.
You know where Austin's going. Just think about that.
but the Two Towers would be much higher, so I'd go with the Two Towers.
Oh God! Once again, Goodfellas can't dunk it. Which is crazy because as many times as we've seen it, it's never won a tournament. It's come very close.
Two Towers.
Never won a tournament.
Goodfellas has come
really
very close. Like it literally in the Robert De Niro one, it was in the finals. It's been in the Final Four a couple of times. It's never got the win.
But the funny thing is, I think Two Towers has won a tournament, huh?
No, it has not.
Oh, it hasn't.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
No.
See, if it was The Godfather instead of Goodfellas, I probably would have gone with The Godfather. But Goodfellas, I'm not. Even though it's in my top 100, I'm not as high on it as The Godfather.
Yeah. So the only one that has won so far out of the series, now that it's over, I'll tell you guys, obviously. But yeah, it's Return of the King won our 3-way director battle where it was like Jackson versus two other people. Malcolm had Peter Jackson as one of his favorite directors, and then Return of the King won.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah. So that has won. Fellowship has not, and neither has Two Towers. So
all right,
there
you
go.
go. Two Towers.
All right, so Two Towers takes
right.
Stevens this time, and there we go. All right,
cool. Well, we'll see what happens in that championship. So we'll wait and see about a month from now. So yeah. So I'll go through.
So it's up to you, Steven, if you want to watch Two Towers, if you've got a spare 3 hours and want to watch Two Towers in your spare time before
if you want.
That's up to you. But hey, at least Jordan, you got some movies in there that if you want to fill in a couple more gaps before the championship, there's a couple of the other blind spots. So like Spotlight or a few of those Insider, things like that. So yeah, a few of those are in there. So yeah.
So I'll look forward to that. So yeah, we'll just do some plugs and that'll do it for us. So we'll start with Richie. Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me here in Tournament Fights, tier ranker. I've signed up to heaps. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be back on here soon. You can find me on Combat Wrestling Trivia on Chris Cass's Twitch channel, doing a lot of I've got a title match coming up soon, so keep an eye out for that. I'm on Rankem a lot, so check out for that. Whenever I'm on there, you can find me on John Owen's channel doing movie trivia, doing wrestling trivia. You can find me my own podcast. You can find me on Lonely Marks podcast, where you just did a Elimination Chamber recap, and next one we're going to do a ECW on Sci-Fi draft, as well as recap, as well as do a retro review of ECW Heatwave from '98. So that should be fun. And you can find me on doing another podcast called Tell Me Streaming, which is on about 2 movies. The next episode we've got coming up, we had a sort of a week off this week, but we had like a sort of a mini quiz thing going on. But the next episode we've got coming up is Frankenhooker, which is a lot of fun. So I just ironically like that movie. So check that out. And
So Richie, you know how you and Malcolm always talk about how you guys have weird movies on Disney Plus over there?
Yeah.
So I looked up like Watch LA Confidential, and if you scroll down a little bit, there's a thing on Disney Plus. Obviously not here, but it might be on y'all's Disney Plus over there. LA Confidential. I don't know. You'll have to look it up because they have
really violent.
There, Chris, like where it's like a deal with some of the like, because it's like a Touchstone movie or something. So it might be on there. Because I don't know. Not for us, Chris. It's a weird.
Oh, I know that, but I want to.
Yeah. It's on. It's on over here. It's on Amazon, Disney Plus, and Tubi.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Hey, Richie, watch that shit. It's fucking awesome. Before
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah, but
It's a great Disney movie.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't watch it on Tubi because if you've never seen it before, because you don't want commercial breaks.
We can watch on Disney. We can watch on Disney.
I want
Plus.
your reason for Tubi.
Yeah.
Tubi's not that bad. It's the best one. He does a show about Tubi.
I like Tubi.
Steven, come on.
Yeah.
Watch Tubi all the time.
I'll watch a movie that has if it has commercial breaks. I'll watch a movie I've seen before with commercial breaks. But
Tubi's the best of the ones that have ads because they're only about 60 seconds every
they're not
15,
bad at
20
all.
minutes. It's really
I
not
watch a
that
lot of
bad.
movies on
Yeah, Plex and Pluto and all those are way worse.
Yeah.
Way worse.
That's how I had to watch freaking LA Confidential was on Plex. Like, oh no, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you should have told me. If I knew how good it was, Jordan, before I watched it at the same time, I would have just bought it on Vudu for you so you could watch it ad free. I would have. Yeah.
But speaking of the Tubi show, like I had no idea. Like I should have put two and two together. But Rich, when you watch that Curse of Humpty Dumpty movie, I didn't know that was the same director of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Like I had no idea. So. Same director.
He's gonna keep making these movies, so these little crazy movies. He's already said it. That's gonna be his whole
because
lineup.
a bunch of them. He wants to do like a Teletubbies one. He wants to do one because the rights to Tigger are coming available soon, so he wants to.
He's gonna do Peter Pan, Neverland Nightmare. He wants to do like a Bambi movie.
Somebody even mentioned they might do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a horror version. That'd be weird.
So I was reading the reason why like he can do this is because like it strays enough away from obviously the original content, and I think it's back in just the rights are open. I feel like.
So he's like the new Uwe Boll or.
Yeah, but to be fair, I saw Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey in theaters. It's better than any Uwe Boll movie I've ever seen. Like, way better.
Yeah, like I
legitimately
actually thought like if we do another Guilty Pleasure tournament,
you saw it?
It'll be there.
I saw it. It was in theaters for like one night.
I have not seen
last week. Yeah, for Fathom events. It'll probably be on streaming or for rental.
I want to see it.
Pretty soon. It will be. It won't take long, I'm sure.
But I've heard it's kind of it's so bad. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's like bad, but it's surprisingly kind of well made in a lot of spots. Okay. It's really weird. Yeah,
like it is.
And I follow one of the lead actors who played the killer in there. I follow him on several platforms.
Oh yeah, the one that played Winnie the Pooh, probably. Yeah.
Well, he's really nice.
I gotta bounce off, guys, but I'll talk to you guys soon.
No worries.
Sure,
Have a good night.
See you later. But Chris.
So trying to think kind of what I want to plug. I mean,
what do you want to plug?
Obviously, I've been trying to game more, so kind of lean towards Casablanca. I mean, Kid over there. I mean, right now, as of the other day, I just had a good friend of mine, my friend David Stevenson, brought a bunch of people over he knows to come hang out on my channel, basically, and watch.
Oh, nice.
Because I played the game Lost in Random. It's an awesome game that I dropped on Game Pass. And if you have not played it, I think it should be available on several other platforms, but the game's freaking amazing. Like the writing's solid. It almost feels like a Tim Burton kind of thing, but the animation's cool. Like it's just a fun style game. I just picked up Hogwarts Legacy today. I was not I went to GameStop, and I know they were out of it in the area, and I was kind of like, I wanted it, but I'm like, I'm gonna wait. But then I was in there. And I think they had it for like $60 or whatever. So I went ahead and just picked it up. So eventually we're playing that. And I'm excited to check out Atomic Hearts as well. Although the struggle is like I really have been trying to stick to one game and kind of beat it. But I'm currently stuck on Hi-Fi Rush, which is also a phenomenal game that I feel is almost like a shadow drop. Like it came out of nowhere. But it's freaking amazing. So cool. I'm not that far from hitting 50 where I'll be able to monetize, and I got to kind of figure what that means for Twitch, obviously, but kind of working on that. I mean, and obviously I've been linking that towards here, but I mean, so also over on Twitter at writer_84, and I know you have my Instagram, cscott1128.
There you go.
And also trying to think. So I'm trying to remember what my Facebook is. I should remember it. Here we go.
I don't even know if your Facebook's on that one.
I don't know either, but that's all right. You can find me through the channel and everything else.
Just search Chris Stott from Idaho.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Chris Scott, Idaho. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll find me on there. For some reason, it comes up first.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, dude, I'm happy that I was able to be a part of this. It was a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
I'm really hoping it works out because I really would like to be a part of the final championship episode.
Yeah. We'll
See how that all comes out. Yeah.
We'll hopefully be able to work it out. 'Cause we like having you on. We like your unique takes. I'll just call it that. So
Right.
yeah. So
well, actually, at
Yeah.
least with most of the movies that are in the championship, I think you're a fan of. So maybe it'll work out.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And I like most of the even like Inside. What was it? Insider that was in there. I haven't seen that movie, but it actually sounds really good.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen Arlington Road, and that sounds like a banger. But I got to figure out
if you can find it. Yeah,
I'm probably just gonna end up buying it on DVD then.
Yeah,
but I know you're not really a DVD man. Is it worth owning on DVD?
The DVD is kind of shitty. It's just you can't find the Blu-ray. It's just hard. It just is what it is.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steven?
Well, yeah, Steven, where can we find you?
Well, I don't remember when the next time I'm sure I'll be in here again before the championship because I don't think the championship is until March 21st, right, or something like that.
Yeah. So March 21st, but we have you for our on Wednesday, March 8th for the Best Movies of 2014 Ladder Series Part 1. So
okay, sure. Then that's I guess that'll be the as of right now at least because of work, pinch hitting is going to be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
but and also yesterday I did on the Pierce Co. network, Jordan JPO's channel. I did a ASAT there with it was me opposite Henry Confidential, and that was fun. That's all I really have to.
Well, I'll tune into that, and fingers crossed you can knock Henry down a peg. So we'll see.
I want to plug one more thing if I can.
I watched it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I want to plug my TikTok. And obviously, as we're getting closer and closer to warmer weather, Travis has been watching this whole time. So, dude, thank you for watching, man. I've been kind of encouraging him to create a YouTube so he can actually come on and chat live with us. But
yeah, if he ever wants to,
always welcome that. Yeah,
come on camera. I know sometimes he's a little camera shy, but if he ever wants to come on, he's welcome.
Yeah. But and that is Casablanca Kid 84, one word, and I'm doing more and more reviews. Like I did a review for Prime Orange and Prime Strawberry and Watermelon over on the channel, and I'm trying to do more like creative reviews, not just your generic run-of-the-mill reviews where I sit in a chair and talk about it. And also I did a review of all things because I was over at Fred Meyer's today, and I picked up a bag of the chili lime chips, and those things surprised the hell out of me. Yeah.
Are they like Doritos or
no, they are potato chips.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and they are their brand. And also, I don't know if I talked about this on here, but the movie Marlowe, that was the last movie I went and saw in theaters with Liam Neeson. That movie blew me away. Like
that's one of the only people that I know that's actually seen that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was awesome. Like, and I didn't quite realize that. Well, and I don't know why I didn't realize this, but Humphrey Bogart first portrayed that character in the movie The Big Sleep. Of course, since been portrayed by many other characters and written by Raymond Chandler. But the movie was awesome. Like, and I know a lot of people kind of, I feel like, write off Liam Neeson as being like he just phones it in. He just sort of does this like goofy action stuff. But I feel like he really dug into this role, and the directing was good. The writing was solid. Like, the cinematography was beautiful. Like, you really felt like you were in that time period. Like, there was nothing in that movie where it took you out of it. And there was also like a ridiculous cast with him as well, like Colin McElroy, who has been in I think he was in Hell on Wheels and a lot of other stuff. I'd have to look him up.
Do you mean Cole Meany?
Yeah.
That it was? Yeah, he's in Star Trek Next Generation and stuff. Yeah.
And he's
no, not Cole Meany. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the O'Brien.
Well, Cole Meany, I think, is in the movie though.
Yeah,
let me look up.
He's the one from.
You might be talking about someone different, but Cole Meany, I'm pretty sure, is in Marlowe.
Okay, because I was gonna say, yeah, he's the one from that plays O'Brien.
By the way, if you have Stars, which I do through Amazon Prime, Arlington Road is available there to stream.
I do not have Stars.
Oh, okay, nice. There you go.
I need Stars.
Well,
and Danny Hudson's in there, and of course, Danny Hudson is amazing.
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah. Well,
he always seems to be playing bad guys.
Oh yeah, Colin Meany. What? I don't know why he didn't.
Yeah.
He played in Star Trek. How didn't I know
Colin?
that?
Yeah.
How many Chief O'Brien?
Yeah, he's Chief O'Brien. Yeah. Yeah, but
God.
But Austin.
And of course. Yeah,
we gotta move on, Chris.
Yeah,
sorry. I know you want to review, but we're in wrap up mode here. Two quick Animal Attack movies. I'll be going to coincide with Cocaine Bear Friday night at 9. I'll be on JPO's channel, Pierce Co, doing a countdown with him about Animal Attack. So we each do our little top 10s, and then like Malcolm said, me and Jordan will be on Rankum Sunday night doing some Animal Attack stuff on there before Tier Ranker. We do that night. And then I'll be on, me and Jacob will do a podcast about movies on Saturday night at 6 o'clock. We're doing a little blind ranking wheel thing. It's hard to explain right here. Just tune in, find out. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll see what we mean when we get there. And then I'll be over on Aaron Canol's TMG Entertainment. He's been doing a Battleground cast open discussion thing on Saturday night's hangout show, but the different subject every week. The subject will be Ant-Man and Quantum Mania, and he wanted a dissenting opinion because I am not a fan of that movie. So I'll hopefully explain why a little further, more than 30-second chunks when we get to there. And I'll be able to flesh it out a little bit. So I'll be on that as well. So yeah.
Well, maybe it'll be something like the show used to do TMG After Dark, like maybe similar to
something
that.
Like that. Yeah, he's trying to he's inviting people from the Battleground to just come and hang out and just do different topics and stuff. So yeah,
I used to go on that show all the time. That was a fun time, and for some reason Malcolm, every time that he invites me on the Rankum, it's always like a day that I'm really busy or have family in town. I'm still gonna do it and I'm gonna make time for it, but so I'm gonna also be on the Animals Attack on Sunday with Austin, but I've got a bunch of family in town and we're doing a bunch of stuff, and we also have another show that night, so it's gonna be a busy day for me, but that's fine though, because me being busy just keeps me out of trouble.
But didn't Jacob make the tier ranker so we can be on time?
He can
host the stream if needed. So yeah. Well,
I'm gonna have to set up for that way in advance because I don't even have very much time to even do. I'm gonna get it ready tomorrow, so it'll be way in advance. It'll be ready. So, but you can also find us on all the social medias. Twitter, Instagram at Movie Hero 2121. You can find me on my personal Instagram, Jordan83616. We won't have a poll for the Elite 8 for this episode, but when we get to the championship, we will. So, and we always have those in the Schmodown Friends and Family group over on Facebook. And if you have anything that you would like to promote, like if you're doing anything else, like Chris, if you want to promote your TikTok stuff, or anyone in the community, you can post your arts content in the Schmodown Friends and Family group. So we'll share it out. We'll tell people to subscribe, all that stuff, So
okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then I am working on a schedule for the channel because there are a few maybe new shows in the works. I'm not gonna say more details than that, but I want to get to the point eventually where I can have a show, at least one show every day, except for maybe I have one day off. So maybe like 5 or 6 days a week. So we'll see how it goes. That's my push to hopefully do this thing more full time and then like eventually get away from my day job. But we'll see. But if I can make it viable. But for right now though, I am going to work on getting more Chris reviews up. So I'm going to make Monday that dedicated day, like maybe do especially to start 5 or 6, just get them up, do like a big push for them. So I am.
I have even more reviews that I haven't sent you just because I know you're backlogged with a bunch.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe once I get a good chunk posted, you can start sending me some more. But and then if you go over to the Patreon, I've been hard at work on the next episode of the Seen and Heard trivia. So the episode's the second one's almost ready to go. And if you haven't played yet, then you'll be eligible to play. I just don't let people play twice in a row unless you are the grand champion. If you're the grand champion, then obviously you get to come on and you get to defend. So I won't spoil anything. But if you go over to patreon.com/movie hero, you can find the first episode. It is live on there, so you can go check it out. But it does cost just $1 to watch. I want to make it as cheap as I possibly could. And we are going to try when the second episode comes out, we're going to try to do it live on YouTube, and then we'll have to immediately take it down, and then it'll live over on the Patreon. So you can go over there. You do not have to be a member of the Patreon to play though, but you do have to be a member to watch. And then we're gonna have some exclusive podcast episodes over there. We'll be doing some giveaways over there. We're actually really close to doing an overall giveaway on our channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, if you're watching, if you hit the subscribe button, once we get to 200 subscribers, we got a big DVD box set giveaway that we're going to be doing. So that's coming up hopefully soon. So to watch for that. And then just a few episodes that we have coming up for tournament fights and tier rankers. So we are going to be doing on Thursday. Actually moved it to Thursday instead of our usual Friday. We're doing our Movie Hero Network Definitive MCU rankings. We're going to rank everything. We're going to rank all the movies. We're going to rank all the TV shows, everything. So it's to kind of coincide with the release of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So it'll be kind of interesting because some of us might have some dissenting opinions and things on certain things, like maybe me and this guy here. So we'll see. It'll be interesting.
I might have quite a few, especially when we get to Phase 4. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like Phase 4 was a little sketchy. Yeah. But we also have so on Sunday we'll be doing it at a regular time. We'll be doing getting back to a tier ranker. We'll be doing our part 2 of the 2010s. We'll be doing best animated movies from 2017 until now. So we'll be making some animation there. And then we're doing tournament fights, best movies set in the winter coming up. We have best movie duos, which I've seen Malcolm. He's been working hard at that. He has some pretty cool graphics set up for that one. We're doing speaking of Malcolm, we're doing his part 2 coming up soon. Then we'll be jumping into our 2014 ladder series. And then we also have best movie teams, which will be like if you have different movies, which group or team do you like better? Do you like the group of kids from The Sandlot or the Goonies better, or do you like the crew from Ocean's 11 versus like Snatch or like other movies like that? So
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so that should be
it's not so much the individual movies; it's just the team from those movies is what you're voting on, which one you're a bigger fan of. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be one too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then we also have I'll throw in 2 bonus ones. We have best found footage movies coming up, and then we already mentioned on the 21st we're gonna have Steven's championship. That's when it's gonna be. So yeah, you can tune into those episodes. If you'd like to be on an episode, you can just hit me up. You can DM me. You can go to our email if you have any ideas for future tournament fights or tier rankers that you think would be fun. Just go to moviehero2121@gmail.com. All that information is down in the description. You can find it there. So, but yeah, I think that is going to do it for us tonight. So thanks again, guys, for jumping on the episode. That was fun. So yeah, that will do it. So for Chris, for Steven, for Austin, for Malcolm, for Richie, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.